up? What up? What up? We starting in a couple minutes, guys. We starting in a couple minutes. We starting in a couple minutes. Good, man. Happy Monday, guys. Happy Monday. We're starting up in just a minute. Get ready, guys, man. I hope y'all are good, man. I hope y'all have a great Monday. Grab your drink, grab your dinner. You know, if you at work, I hope I can get you through your work day. If you driving home from work, I hope I can get you through your drive home from work, especially if you're stuck in traffic.
What is good, YouTube? What is good, PlayStation Nation? How y'all feeling today, man? How y'all feeling today, man? I'm a PlayStation. I'm a PlayStation fan too. I'm a PlayStation. I'm a PlayStation fan too. Say it loud, say it proud. I'm a PlayStation fan. I'm a PlayStation fan too. Say it loud, say it proud. Say it loud, say it proud. I'm a PlayStation fan too. I'm a PlayStation fan too. I'm a PlayStation. I'm a PlayStation fan too. Say it loud, say it proud. Say it loud, say it proud. I'm a PlayStation fan too. Woo! What is good, YouTube? What is good, PlayStation Nation? It is your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona. The other half, one half of the What's Up PlayStation podcast crew. Shout out to my bro Bari. We had a great episode this past Saturday with episode 69 of What's Up PlayStation podcast, a podcast by the community for the community. Live to inspire. Shout out to my boy Bari. Shout out to my bro Bari. Live to inspire. Shout out to my bro Bari. Man, oh man, I love What's Up PlayStation podcast, man. And I appreciate y'all for supporting that channel, supporting that show. We got the good growth, man. A lot of good people that's rocking out with us. It means a lot. So shout out to y'all. If y'all missed that episode of What's Up PlayStation episode 69. If you missed that episode, guys, I need y'all to do me a favor. Do me a big favor, right? Do me a big favor. Can y'all do me a favor? Y'all rock with me? Y'all rock out with your boy? Y'all rock with me? I know y'all do. I know y'all do. Do me a huge favor, right? If y'all rocking out with your boy, man, go to the link that I'm putting in the chat, man. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel of What's Up PlayStation. That's me and Bari's channel. That's where we do What's Up PlayStation podcast. We 50 subs away from 2,000. So it mean a lot to us if we could get to that 2K. So shout out to everybody, man. If you rock out with me and Bari, man, either individually or collectively, definitely go sub to that channel. It's a lot of great content there by two cool New York PlayStation gamers, man, PlayStation fans. You know what I mean? Listen, man. I'm hyped, guys. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
I'm a neutral.
Wait, no, not that one. No. Respect my time. I got a wife and kids. So here's one thing, right? PlayStation respects my time. Respect my time. Respect my time. Respect my time. I got a wife and kids. PlayStation is respecting my time today. Ladies and gentlemen, we gonna get into it tonight, guys. Listen, if you at work, I hope I can get you through your work day. If you driving home from work, I hope I can get you through your drive home. If you are at home taking care of the kids, I hope I can get you through that. If you cooking, I hope I can get you through that. If you sitting down to dinner with your family and y'all say, you know what, let's throw When Persona Speaks up on the TV and have us a nice family meal and listen to the greatness that is When Persona Speaks with this Bungie acquisition and all things PlayStation news and obviously all the other great news out there. I appreciate you. If you're taking a shower and you got your phone going right now and you want to listen to the podcast while you take a shower, I hope I can get you through your shower. Make sure you wash your whole body. You understand? Wash through the cracks and crevices. You understand? Brush your teeth. Make sure you lather up that rag real good with the soap. Get it all through your body. And if you're on the other side of the world and it's nighttime or morning time or whatever, I appreciate all of you for being here. I really, really do. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for being here with me tonight, right? Before we get into anything, guys, you guys know how I do things here, where we talk about, we got to shout out the folks in the chat, man. A lot of great people out here, man. We got to shout everybody out. Yo, Kings of Gaming, shout out to you, man. Appreciate you coming through. Rollo in the building. Rollo, what's good with you, man? Stardust, a Zero in the building. Stardust, what's going on with you? Nick, what's going on with you? Blue Mustang 357, what is going on with you? Corey Macy in the building. I appreciate you, Corey. Yo, Henry Heck in the building. Henry, how you feeling today, sir? Yo, Cosmo. What's good, Cosmo? South Star. G Jr. Seto Kaiba. Howard Gaming. Ali QA. Ice Queen Gaming, Bro C, Bro Some, King Keys, oh! Southstar, Stealth Guy Gaming, Quanvo, Tom Murphy, Ghost in the Garage Gaming, Cooper Clips, Blackbeard, Carl Anchor, Mary Wilcox, Prince Phillip, Eastern Conference, Wonka 76, Stardust, Drain Battery Gaming, Eden Prime, Foxing Around, Austin, what's good, bro? Requiem of Demons in the building. Who else is here, man? Your boy AR, yo Ant, what is good with you, bro? Shout out to Ant. Lorenzo Carson in the building. Lorenzo, how you feeling today? Kelvin Smith in the building. LaQuintus, what's good, bro? Object 2B, what is going on with you? Oblivious 334 in the building. Yo, listen, guys, real quick. Yo, if you're looking for an artist, if you're looking for a badass artist, you gotta hit up my boy. You gotta hit up my boy Oblivious. I got some new artwork from him recently, right? Going on some t-shirts, right? And I got some new emotes added to the channel. I got some new stuff going into the merch store very, very soon. Listen, man, if you need some good artwork from a hardworking artist that's going to give you 110% every single time, you hit up my boy Oblivious 334. Straight up. Best man. The man is putting in work. You understand? Ain't nobody doing it like Oblivious. Ain't nobody in the artwork game doing it like Oblivious. The man is a beast when it comes to this artwork. Trust and believe. Go support my boy Oblivious 334. Go follow him on Twitter. You understand? If you need some artwork, hit my boy up. He responds quick. He goes above and beyond, and he does 110% on his work. Trust and believe. I would not be endorsing this if I did not believe. Yo, trust me, the man is fire. Shout out to my boy Oblivious. Yo, Strictly Gaming in the building. Strick, what's good with you, bro? Yo, Legacy 416, what's going on with you? Games for Eternity. What's good with you, man? Dark Prince 6606. What is going on with you? Stardust, a Zero, Magnificent Black, Corrosive in the building. Das Mises in the building. Rob in the building. I think I saw Omar. Shout out to Omar in the building. Shout out to everybody here, man. I appreciate y'all. Yo, shout out to Games for Eternity. He said, I'm a Destiny fan too. You already know. Who else is here? I just want to make sure I get everybody, man. Blackbeard, Jeff B Gaming, what's good, Jeff? DJ H32X, what's going on, DJ? K Tech 3, what's good, K Tech? Detour Board, what's good? Lika, what's good, Lika? Tom Murphy, what's going on with y'all, man? Appreciate y'all coming through. Shout out to everybody here, man. I appreciate y'all so much. GN, the Don in the building. Philip K in the building. Magnificent Black, True Witty, Jesus Morales, Narukami, Kofi. Is that Kofi? Is that the real Kofi or is that the fake Kofi? Let me see. Did I tell you what is that the real Kofi? I think that might be the real Kofi. Let me see. I don't know. Let me see. Go to channel. I can't go to the channel. I don't know if that's the real Kofi or not. Shout out to whoever that is, though. It might be Kofi. I think that's Kofi. I think that's the real Kofi. If that's the real Kofi, then what's up? The Turncoat, what's good, man? Miguel Areola, what's good? Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. That's not the real Kofi? Oh, all right, cool. I thought that was the real Kofi. All right. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Oh boy, what was there some news today? Was there some exciting news that happened today, guys? If there was some exciting news, fill me in, because I don't know what was the exciting news today, guys. Was there some crazy news that hit? I need somebody to fill me in. I was living under a rock today. Hey, there go Luca in the building. Destiny, stand up. Appreciate you. All right, so let's get serious. Uh, so if you were living under a rock, let's get the nitty gritty out. The goodness that is PlayStation. They pulled up, man. They said, listen, man. They said, listen. Yo, Dylan Rafferty, what's up? They said, listen, man. What y'all want? Oh man, all right. So yo, listen, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I was just working. I was just doing some work on you know, I was working. I just happened to look at Twitter, and I saw this, and I thought, yo, this is, yo, what? This might be like a, you know, one of those rumor articles or some bullshit, right? I'm just like, all right, you know, what is this? So I didn't really pay it no mind, or originally, right? Then I got a notification. I saw that Herman Holst. I didn't even see it from PlayStation. I saw it from Herman Holst. Herman Holst did a tweet confirming this, and I was like, what? PlayStation acquired Bungie? What? And then, yo, what's funny is as soon as I saw the Herman Holst tweet, I had got a notification from CNBC. I have the CNBC app for like my financials when it comes to like the stock market and all that stuff. And they posted an article, and it was like, oh, Sony has acquired Bungie for 3.6 billion. I said, huh? Yo, first of all, did I say round of applause to the people in the chat? A round of applause to the people in the chat. Round of applause. And I was like, yo, like what? Like what is going on here? You feel me? Let me get Lucas. Lucas said, Destiny Hive stand up. I got my Xbox brethren triggered. Hey yo, Luca, man, I already know you got them pissed off on Twitter today. Hey yo, I had the flex. I'm gonna show the flex in a second. And so I, you know, it got confirmed. And listen, initially I was like, yo, like, whoa, like that surprised me. I'm gonna be honest. Like, then, you know, and it surprised me in the sense of, I didn't think that would be something that, I didn't think that would be something that PlayStation would have announced so soon. Like this, like we in the last day of January. You get what I'm saying? So I didn't really think that PlayStation would have announced something like this in the ass end of January at the beginning of a new year. Like I just wasn't expecting that, right? Because here's the thing. Here's why today is so crazy. It's not even just this. Even though this is like the big news for today. What's crazy is because we had got the confirmation of the state of play early this morning. So normally, you know, PlayStation kind of trickles out their big news, right? Normally, where you get like maybe one or two major pieces of news, and you know, for that day, and then you know maybe in another day or a couple days later they'll throw something else out there. Today it was just like, yo, state of play. Then it was like Bungie acquisition. Then it was the whole Discord, and I was just like, damn, bro, like, like, yo, what the hell? It's a Monday. Like today is Monday. So I'm sitting and I'm like, bro, like, it's Monday. Like I really was not expecting this. And listen, I was really excited off of just the state of play, the whole state of play stuff. Right? Like, oh, you know, I'm excited for the state of play. You know, me and Barry was talking about it this morning, you know, like, oh yeah, you know, can't wait to see what they show with Gran Turismo. And all. You know, I was just excited off of that. Like I was, real talk, I was content with that. Like, oh, you know, this is great. Then I see this acquisition and I'm sitting here and I'm like, yo, wow, for two reasons, right? Let me put a disclaimer out here, bro. Hold on, before we even get into that, hold up. Let me, I want to put something out here real quick for me. Yo, my dad's a gamer, appreciate you. Let me just put something out here real quick, right? Listen, this whole, yo, Dion Hayes, appreciate you for the sub. Let me put something out here when it comes to that stuff, right? Yo, Wanka, I appreciate you for the sub. A lot of people are subbing to me right now. I appreciate it. Here's the thing that I think I want a lot of people to understand about me, right? Like, yo, listen, I'm a gamer first and foremost before anything, right? I enjoy talking about the business of gaming, especially someone that's an investor and very investor minded and whatnot. I enjoy talking about the business of gaming as well. Like, I ain't gonna sit here and cap, right? You know, but I'm about the games, right? You know, for me, I'm a huge Destiny fan, right? You got a lot of people out here that shit on Destiny for years, don't play. It's the same thing with Activision and Call of Duty. You got all these people who shit on Call of Duty all year, talk about how bad Call of Duty is all year in and year out, don't want to play the games, don't want to support the games. Then once this acquisition happened, all of a sudden everybody is COD aficionados and they know everything about Call of Duty. Like, cut the cap. Let's cut the cap. Now let's get the disclaimer out here. You understand? I'm a huge Destiny fan. And I also respect Bungie's work from back in the day. I played those Halos as well. And I'm a big for both games, right? I played Destiny 1 and I faithfully play Destiny 2 to this day, right? I put in thousands of hours between both these games. You understand? So although I'm hype off this from a business perspective as well, gaming wise, I understand what this means for gaming as a whole, having played Destiny Bungie's games and being very happy with a lot of the work that they put in. Some, you know, Destiny 2 had a rough start, but where it's landed now is definitely in a very good position, right? And understand, you know, Bungie's expertise and things like that. You know, I just want to put that out there because, you know, it's a lot of people in this community who don't necessarily they just about the business of gaming, right? They just want to talk about the business. They're not really playing these games, right? They're not gaming, right? And it doesn't have to be this per se with Destiny and Bungie, but just in general, right? I'm a gamer first and foremost, but we definitely about to get into the business of gaming because I love talking about that too. But I just wanted to put that out there, right? All right, so, you know, this is definitely a big thing. Yo, Andre Clay, appreciate you. So much organic growth. Absolutely, Andre Clay. Andre Clay, absolutely. So, you know, the acquisition happened. PlayStation acquired Bungie for $3.6 billion. So, you know, that whole stigma of, you know, PlayStation's broke and blah, 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 that shit's out the window, right? And this is why I say I always love when PlayStation does what they do, because they just do it, right? And a lot of people out here end up looking stupid or try to backtrack. Oh, you know, this is
this is really good. You know, PlayStation's out here, you know, they're growing, they trying to do this.
And it's like, weren't you one of the few that was saying that, you know, they were broke and can't afford nothing and they in debt and they're terrible, like all this crazy shit, right? Anyway, so I want to kind of get into like the nitty gritty of this because I think a lot of people saw, and hey, listen, I'm like sometimes like this too, like when I get like really excited about something, I'll kind of just retweet and then read after the fact sometimes. So I get it, but you know, I was in a couple spaces and I was even like seeing a lot of tweets where a lot of people I think are they're misconstruing they're misconstruing this acquisition and the purpose of this, and I think a lot of people are kind of going the wrong way with some of this with some of these acquisition stuff, right? Especially when it comes to PlayStation, because you know, one thing I do agree with is that PlayStation, one thing I will say is when it comes to PlayStation, the way PlayStation moves and the way PlayStation does things, PlayStation and Xbox are very different in that department. When it comes to studio acquisitions, right? It's all, you know, I personally feel that the acquisitions, and I've maintained, it's crazy because I've maintained this way of thinking even back during the Bethesda deal, right? Where everyone was saying, oh, you know, PlayStation needs to acquire this and acquire that, whatever. And, you know, even back then I said, listen, I think PlayStation needs to continue to put out high quality products and things like that. And I think they need to do the business decisions that make sense to them. Now, obviously with this this recent Activision acquisition, you know, I definitely maintain that where I'm like, yo, look, PlayStation still needs to do what makes sense to them, but I do think they need to pluck a publisher or two off the market. Here's one thing to keep in mind too. Bungie's not a publisher. They're a developer. They're not a publisher. A lot of people are saying that. I'm like, they're not a publisher. Anyway, so there's that. Now here's one thing which was made very clear by Jim Ryan, which was this acquisition was not in response to the Activision acquisition, right? This definitely was not in response to that. Where is it? Is it? Yes, this one. Where he says, but help look, since it was gracious last decade, Ryan, the way people incredibly, I'm looking for this latest deal. So yeah, right here, right? Because that was the first thing that a lot of people ran to, right? The first thing that a lot of people ran to was, oh, well, you know, and listen, this is recent. This is today. Like, yo, one thing about PlayStation that I love, right? And this was something that I was talking about last year, at the beginning of last year, when it came to PlayStation and when it came to how they were putting out articles and how they were doing certain things with things that they were announcing. You know, there wasn't really a lot there. They've definitely gotten a lot better with that from last year to this to like, you know, within the last year, right? But one thing I like about PlayStation and how they do acquisitions, especially something of this caliber, right? Because, you know, when it comes to the Activision acquisition, say that 5 times fast, right? There is still a lot of things that remain to be seen, where there's a lot of things that Phil Spencer either cannot answer because he doesn't Microsoft does not officially own Activision yet, so they can't really speak on their behalf in that regard, or speak in certainties, I should say. But also when it comes to PlayStation and when it comes to Activision and kind of what they had, you know, where they had their hands in a lot of pot, and obviously a much larger, a more publisher sized thing, there's still a lot of things that's up in the air. There's a lot of things that just are uncertain, right? Because nothing is finalized yet, nothing is official. And, you know, again, with the Microsoft acquisition, that's a big thing, right? That's a big thing. You know, we definitely respect that type of power move, but I do feel like Microsoft might have jumped the gun just because there's still so many questions, right? One thing about this that I do like is when the acquisition got announced, there was articles already ready to go from GameIndustry.biz, and I told you guys, PlayStation only deals with certain publications when it comes to gaming, which are, you know, the more respected publications within the gaming media and industry, because, you know, they don't deal in the bullshit. They really about being a journalist, and Game Industry is one of them. And GameIndustry.biz does a lot of great articles as well, right? So one of the first things that we saw was that a lot of people were trying to say, oh, well, you know, this is in response to Activision. And one thing I always say to you guys, always, is that when it comes to business and when it comes to how business is done, business is always happening even when you are asleep. So when you go to sleep tonight, right, business is still happening. Deals are being made. Emails are being sent. Calls are being made, right? That business is always happening. Just because it's not announced right away, you know, how crazy would it be if say if I was a business owner and I announced to Twitter, hey Twitter, so I'm looking to buy this big corporation over here so that we can come together and become this supersized business that's gonna, you know, really change the landscape of whatever field we're in terms of whatever services we provide. Why would I announce something like that when something that's not certain, right? You never, you know, you ever heard the saying, don't count your chickens before they hatch, or, you know, don't spend money that's not yours yet. You know how some people, they plan, like, you know, if you got like, so for instance, you know, if you getting a paycheck or you expecting some money to come in and you already contemplating in your head how you want to spend that money, and it's like, don't spend the money before you got it, because, you know, anything can happen to kind of, you know, stop that or mess that up. One thing I like about PlayStation is they do business quietly, covertly, and then they come out with the bam, look at this, look what we doing here, look what we doing there. You get what I'm saying? So one of the things that Jim Ryan said that I love, he said this because, you know, this shoots all that down. These conversations have been a number of months in gestation and certainly predate the activity that we have seen this year, from our perspective, this is really doing what we feel is right for PlayStation and what we feel is right, the right thing to do to drive PlayStation to places we've never been before. Very, very important. Jim Ryan, Herman Hulse were in talks with what's his name? I think Rob Parsons, Ryan Parsons, and the presidents and the big wigs over at Bungie. They were in talks with them for 5 months, 5 to 6 months, prior to 2022. You get what I'm saying? They've been in talks for a while, and the deal got confirmed. And so PlayStation is like, yo, all right, this is confirmed. Yo, Damien, appreciate you, man, being a member of the channel for 10 months. He says, time for Barry to go ahead and hop on Destiny with us. Persona, time to start leveling Barry. We got you, fam. Hey, man, listen, Barry not ready for that Destiny life, man. Barry ain't built like that. Shout out to Barry, man. So, you know, when it comes to the business aspect, it's already confirmed that this has been in talks for months, right? This is definitely not this is definitely not a reply to PlayStation to the acquisition deal, but I will say that I think they wanted to make sure they had their ducks in a row. And Jim Ryan also said, where is it? He also said that we are not done with the acquisitions, that there's more acquisitions on the way. Where is it? Let me go to Nibble, because Nibillion, he normally has everything kind of, he has everything kind of like squared away. There we go. So Pete Parsons, not Ryan. Why I say Ryan? I was thinking of Jim Ryan. That's why. The future PlayStation accelerate. I know go Bungie's work. No, that's not the right one. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Chris. All right, so Christopher Dring, he does work for GameIndustry.biz, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he does. So he says the motivation behind Sony's acquisition of Bungie is to help boost their own abilities to make live service multi-platform games equally. Sony unlocks the potential to Bungie to strengthen its technical capabilities and prospects to taking its games to movies/TV. The deal was in the works for the past 5 or 6 months. It's not a reaction to the Take-Two, Zynga, or Microsoft Activision deals. And Jim Ryan told me we should expect when it comes to further. Oh, he said, and Jim Ryan told me we should expect more when it comes to further PlayStation acquisitions. So I kind of just want to tackle the acquisition part, and then we'll get down to the nitty gritty of what I think this type of deal, how I interpret this, right? Yo, up Chuck, appreciate you, bro. He says Destiny's trash, but I got nothing. Hey, old Chuck, bro. What? What you on, bro? Shout out to my boy Chuck. All right, so the whole acquisition thing, right? Here's where I want to start with that. Because, you know, the whole thing of like consolidation and, you know, if we going back to things that Sean Layden has said in interviews, and even on our show in terms of like consolidation and things like that within the industry, I definitely agree that, you know, when it comes to this whole acquisition thing, I still do not want my PlayStation, or really anyone. It's hard to say anyone, but, you know, we're talking about PlayStation. I really don't want PlayStation to play this acquisition wars with these other companies, right? But I do also understand that in PlayStation's position, right? PlayStation also needs to, and I talked about this a couple weeks ago with the whole acquisition thing. PlayStation needs to set themselves up to be a specific cornerstone of the market within the industry, and they need to build themselves up to be able to kind of have those different types of, get their hands into as many pots as possible at this point, right? When we look at the industry now, when we look at the players that are in this game now, right? When you look at the type of money that's being spent, obviously, you know, PlayStation is able to do what they do to get the studios that make sense. Barry had put out a tweet earlier today where he said, Square Enix is next. I most definitely, I believe in my heart of hearts that Square Enix is definitely, if not the next purchase, it's like the third, the second, the third purchase that's in the pipeline. I believe that wholeheartedly, and I do think they should scrape up a publisher off the market, right? I do believe in that 100%. And when we look at how people are playing the game, the saying goes, you can hate the player but don't hate the game. Absolutely, you can hate the player and you can hate the player but don't hate the game, not the player. However the saying goes. Listen, it's a different type of game that we got to play right now, man. PlayStation's got to play a different type of game because everybody else around them is playing that type of game when it comes to these acquisitions and trying to lock down content. Regardless of what people say, with all this stuff, the idea is to lock down the content and get your hands in as many pots as possible and keep revenue coming in. Even if it's something that's going to be somewhere else, that money is coming in, so that's guaranteed dollars. That's guaranteed dollars. It's guaranteed dollars. So in terms of acquisitions, I'm not mad at PlayStation, man. Listen, acquire Ember Labs, pull them up, pick them up. Square Enix, Capcom. I think you're good. From there, and obviously, if Deviation, Jade Raymond's studio, and I think Firewalk or whatever the other one is, the partner studios that PlayStation has, if those turn out to be, if whatever game they put out turns out to be a hit, or they prove their worth, lock them down, man, because you already got the partnership, right? You already got that stuff set up to where it's like, yo, look, we do good business, right? We do good business. We let you have creative freedom, right? We've got the developers and the support system here to where you can create the most high quality and best game possible through your eyes and what your vision is, right? PlayStation has proven that, right? When you look at the games that PlayStation continuously puts out, when you look at some of the acquisitions that they have already done, right, with even the support studios, right, and then we look at the support studios that they already have and how that coincides with the business of PlayStation Studios and how they make games and how that support structure is. If I'm a developer looking to be acquired, or I'm looking to do, not even be acquired, if I'm a developer that's looking to do business with a game, with a console, or do business with a company, based off what I'm seeing from PlayStation in terms of the games they putting out and the type of stuff they're doing with their studios, I want to do business there because it's they have the numbers. 1, 2, in my opinion at least, they have the numbers. 1, 2, the quality is there, right? It's not like we're saying the quality is there but we don't see it. You see the quality through the games that have released last generation, the games that's slated to release this generation. So to me, it looks more favorable or more desirable to be under someone like PlayStation to get that quality, to get that, when you hear PlayStation, you think quality. When you hear PlayStation, you think greatness. When you hear PlayStation, or when you're with PlayStation, you know that you have a support structure there. It's proven, it's shown. Right? It's there. When you hear PlayStation, you know that your project of what you're trying to build is going to be realized. It's going to be, it's going to be accepted. They'll give you the green light. You get what I'm saying? Yo, Mondo Zappa, what's good, man? Shout out to everybody here. I appreciate all of you coming through, rocking out with your boy, right? So, that's how I'm looking at it. Now, let's get into what Bungie had said. I want to talk about the deal itself because it's important. It's important. And I think we need to really understand what this deal is and how I interpret this deal is going to be. You get what I'm saying? So shout out to Bungie. Bungie is very specific with like their intentions and their hopes So I'm gonna speak to what Bungie is saying, and then I'm gonna kind of give my own interpretation. Well, we'll see what Bungie is saying, then we'll see what Jim Ryan is saying, and then I'm gonna kind of give my own interpretation of how I see all of this, how I see all of this coming together, and then we'll dialogue from there. So shout out to Bungie. They put out a blog post earlier today once the news hit, right? And they kind of gave a nice FAQ to kind of break down what we can expect, right? Or from this acquisition, or what this means, right? I know a lot of people was like, oh, that means that Destiny 2 is exclusive. Slow down. Let's talk about this. So question 1 says, as a Destiny 2 player, does Bungie become part of PlayStation? Does Bungie becoming part of PlayStation have any immediate impact on how I play and experience Destiny 2? No. Our commitment to Destiny 2 as a multi-platform game with full cross-play remains unchanged. We want you to play the Witch Queen on February 22nd, 2022 on the platform of your choice. So again, if you play Destiny 2 on PC, on Xbox, I think Stadia or wherever, you will still be able to play that stuff. None of that stuff is going away. They're being very clear about that. It's nothing like that is changing. The next question is, will the Destiny 2 experience on non-PlayStation platforms be impacted by Bungie becoming part of PlayStation? No, we want to maintain the same great experience you already have on your platforms of choice. Again, Bungie is being very clear. In terms of Destiny 2, nothing changes. You are still going to continue to get that great experience of Destiny 2 like you were 2 days ago, 3 days ago. You get what I'm saying? The next question is, will any announced seasons, events, packs, or expansions be changed or impacted by Bungie becoming a part of PlayStation? Bungie says no. Bungie retains full creative independence for our games and our community. Our plans for the Light and Dark saga are unchanged all the way through the final shape in 2024. So again, all the expansions that were announced for Destiny 2 prior, none of that, you're getting all of that. It's still going to be the same experience, the same great experience. All of that is there. Very clear and concise. Understand? Next question is, will Destiny 2 Witch Queen include any platform exclusives? No, the Witch Queen will not contain any platform exclusives. Every player should have an amazing Destiny 2 experience, no matter where you choose to play. Next question is, will cross-platform features like cross-save, cross-play, the Destiny 2 companion app, or third-party apps like Destiny Item Manager be changed or removed? No. Bungie's commitment to cross-platform play and social features remains unchanged. We believe games are best shared with friends wherever you choose to play, and will continue to invest in new features and platforms. It's crazy that they have to answer that because, that stuff is implemented. Like, if PlayStation were to cut that stuff off once they acquire it, like the cross-save, cross-play, that would be a PR nightmare. PlayStation, even if PlayStation didn't give them that creative freedom or whatever, I do not think PlayStation would have did that, because that would have been a PR nightmare. Especially with the amount of stuff that they went through, that like people, that Bungie went through to get this stuff implemented. Nah, they wouldn't do that. Question. Bungie has future games in development. Will they now become PlayStation exclusives? No, we want the worlds we are creating to extend to anywhere people play games. We will continue to be self-published, creatively independent, and we will continue to drive one unified Bungie community. So let's start. I want to tackle this. I want to tackle this real quick. Let's tackle that. So something that wasn't confirmed, or maybe it was and I missed it, right? Because I know that Tencent gave Bungie about 150 million to create a game. I don't know if that kind of fell through and they kind of disbanded that. I think they're still going to make that game, right? And I think that that will obviously be, PlayStation, maybe PlayStation, Xbox, PC, whatever. I definitely do think that, for sure. When it comes to other like a new IP, right? Because we know that PlayStation is where is it at? We hold ourselves extremely high through organization. It's further up where it says insight, the way we play games. There we go. So, you know, if we look at the quote that Jim Ryan said here, right? Where he goes, the way people play games has changed a lot over the last few years. We have created some wonderful properties over the course of the last 25 years with characters that people love and resonate the world over. Offering the opportunity to enjoy those experiences in a completely different way is something that we are very excited about. I can't go into details today, but we have a really amazing roadmap of how to do that. I would back us down. It would back us to do live service games ourselves, but when you have the potential to have a partner like Bungie who has been there, done it all before, learned the lessons, and has got the wonderful, brilliant team who is there and has the potential to help us, we think we can take something that would have taken a certain number of years and significantly decrease the time it will take to get it right. Now, you see, that's very important. That is very important for 3 reasons, maybe 3. I'm gonna name 2, and the third one might come to me, right? The first reason is this. I think this type of acquisition is, how do I say? This type of acquisition is more so a get your hand in a ton of pots type of ordeal. Because one, Bungie, arguably, Bungie is one of the best or one of the most recognizable FPS developers in the business, right? They have a very strong catalog when it comes to games that they've made, but more so FPSs, right? One of the most iconic and legendary FPSs ever to be created, Halo, right? And then to go on to make Destiny and Destiny 2, and you know, make that a games as a service or a live service game where it's continually being upgraded and it's surrounded around that FPS genre, and it's got such a large thriving community of people. Like, Destiny is still very popular, very much alive, and it has a dedicated following, right? To see, I understand what Jim Ryan is saying here, where he says, you know, Bungie has that experience. Bungie understands what does and does not work when it comes to making a live service game, but also Bungie understands how to make an FPS. One thing I will say is I do think PlayStation is definitely trying to expand the horizons in terms of that live service market and really get some really tight FPSs under their multiplayer FPSs under their belt. And I think Bungie is a great developer to do that. See, now in a perfect world, right? In a perfect world, I would love for for PlayStation to be like, hey Bungie, you know, we want you to make the next SOCOM. Right? Or in a perfect world, you know, if Insomniac isn't going to do it, which I'm about 60, maybe 55 to 60% sure that Insomniac is working on either a new Resistance or Resistance remake. I'm 60% sure. I'm not no insider or nothing. I just feel that in my heart of hearts, right? But when it comes to lives, when it comes to Bungie, you know, if Insomniac doesn't do it, hey Bungie, you know, come make this new Killzone. Hey Bungie, come make this new Resistance, and put your spin in. Or, you know, hey Bungie, you're gonna make Destiny 3, you know, and being under that PlayStation moniker, right? And being under PlayStation and having access to PlayStation's developers, developmental techniques, technical prowess, and things like that, Destiny 3 can be a much higher and a much more rich experience. So for me personally, this is exciting on so many levels because, one, again, you have one of the best FPS developers in the business under your belt. 2, you got, in my opinion, because, and again, when it comes to like these live service games as a service games, I personally think that Bungie are one of the only ones that has gotten it right. Now, obviously, Destiny 2 in the beginning they messed up, but the way they messed up was they took a lot of what made Destiny 1 so great and took it out of Destiny 2. A lot of that stuff is back, right? So it's not that. But I think when it comes to how Bungie creates their games, how they've created their live service game or their games as a service, whatever you want to call it, or ever evolving world, whatever the hell you want to call it, right? They've failed. They have failed, but they have also won, right? I would never want to partner with somebody that has no L's. I want to know about your W's and your L's, because the L's are what make you, the L's are really what shape you to be who you are, to really get you to those W's. No one just walks into this business or walks in any business, doesn't have to be gaming. You know, when you go in to build your career or whatever case may be, no one is just getting W's. A lot of people get a lot of L's on their way to the top. I want to hear about the L's. I want to hear about your failures, because the failures is what makes you better. Bungie failed hard with Destiny 2 in the beginning. They failed hard. Even at the beginning of Destiny 1. I don't think they, and see, Destiny 1, I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think they failed, but to the general public, they failed. They failed. And they had to, like, you know, make more content, understand, like, they had to put a lot of content out. They had to be real specific and, you know, create these type of events and keep people engaged and create the lore and all this great stuff. And by the end of Destiny 1, it was one of the greatest games I played last generation. Destiny 1, Destiny 2 is still some of my favorite games of last generation. So when it comes to, JD33, what's good, bro? So when it comes to Bungie and what Bungie has done between Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, that is definitely somebody that I would want in my corner to help me build a live service game. There's definitely somebody I would want in my corner to build an FPS live service game. That is somebody I would want in my corner to help me build an FPS that could rival Call of Duty. We're talking about the creators of Halo here. They could, potentially, especially when you've got and listen, I'm not saying that that's what this is, right? But I definitely think PlayStation is trying to position themselves in a way to where, you know, they also got some stuff in the pot. And again, you know, when we're looking at the business of gaming right now, when we're looking at the industry right now, it's shifting, it's changing. Mobile is a thing, this whole NFT bullshit. There's a lot. It's changing. So in order to adapt to this changing market, you got to have your hands in a lot of pots. You know what's funny about, like, the Xbox fanboys? You know, a lot of people were saying that, you know, Bungie give Halo back to Bungie, right? Now people talking about, oh yeah, you know, that's not that Bungie getting Bungie, that's not a big deal. It's like, what? Yo, just 2 weeks ago, y'all was talking about how PlayStation, how Microsoft needs to acquire Bungie again and get Bungie back. Now it's not a big deal. Now it's, oh, I don't really see how this helps PlayStation. What? Yo, it's like, yo, y'all gotta stop capping, bro. Cut the cap. Cut the cap. Y'all gotta stop capping, man. Yo, it's not healthy to do that to yourself. Y'all doing that so you could cope. Stop it, bruh. Hey, yo. Man said it's not that big a deal. They don't see how Bungie being with PlayStation helps PlayStation. Oh, really? Cut the cap. Hey, yo, y'all don't see how that helps PlayStation? These the same people that said Microsoft needs to acquire Bungie. Microsoft needs to give Halo back to Bungie. These are the same thing they were saying. Cut the cap. Hey, yo, stop it, man. Hey, yo, Dennis Joseph, appreciate you for subscribing to the channel. Hope you enjoy your stay. You gotta stop capping, man. You gotta stop capping. This helps, in my opinion, I think this helps PlayStation in a major way, because this puts PlayStation in a position to where they can create a high quality FPS. Obviously, they got Deviation and those COD veterans and all of them there that's making a game. But now you got that variety, right? What is one thing that gamers are always saying? Gamers are always saying, oh man, it's good to have options. It's good to have options. You got Deviation from the COD developers making a FPS game and working on an RPG. Now you have one of the greatest FPS developers in the business under your belt to create a dope ass live service FPS game like Destiny, like a Destiny 3 or whatever the case may be. How is that not good? Options, right? And then obviously you still got this. See, and here's that variety, right? Because you still got the great stuff that, you know, Bungie is the great stuff that Naughty Dog is working on with Factions 2, if that ever comes out. Hopefully that comes out this year. So you got Factions 2, you got Deviations FPS, you got Bungie under your belt, right? And I think somebody else is making an FPS style game, if I'm not mistaken. Then you got all the other stuff, because you got Horizon, you got the Guerrilla devs, you got Insomniac, right? You got Team Asobi, London Studio, which is making an online style game. Yo, you got a lot going. It's a lot going on. And then again, for Jim Ryan to say that there's more acquisitions coming, give me Square, please. Yo, Arcade, what's up, man? Yo, Samuel Porter, what's good, man? E. Kim, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate all of y'all coming through. You understand what I'm saying? There's a lot there. There's a lot of options there.
I think this is anti-consumer. This is anti-consumer. I think this is anti-consumer. I don't like how Bungie is being acquired. They should have went with Microsoft. They should have went with Microsoft. This is wrong. This is unfair. Okay? As a gamer, you shouldn't have to acquire studios. Acquiring studios is wrong. You should let studios just continue to just make games. There's no need to acquire them. Why are you acquiring studios? PlayStation? This is wrong. Listen, and I know what you guys are gonna say, right? Oh, well, Activision just got acquired. That's besides the point. That's a bad faith argument. That is a bad faith argument. Okay? They shouldn't acquire the studios. It's wrong.
Oh, and this is what this is what people are starting to, like, one thing I was hearing today too, right? Yo, this community is crazy. This community is crazy, man. Because the first thing that I heard people talking about when this whole acquisition came was games as a was subscription services. Cut the cap. All I hear is subscription services, and I'm sitting there like, bro, what? Yo, this community is this community is wild, ladies and gentlemen. Because I'm hearing people talking about, oh yeah, this is great for subscription services, and you know, Spartacus, you know, they can do stuff day and date now. They try to lock down content to go day and date and all this, and I'm like, what? Like, why is that something y'all want so bad? I don't get that, man. Like that, like when it comes to, and this is my opinion, obviously, when it comes to games being made and all this stuff, like if it's something you enjoy, you just go, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. It's just like, I see a lot of people now where they justify a purchase on whether or not it's in Game Pass, right? Or they'll say this needs to be in Game Pass. because they don't want to buy it. They don't buy it. You know, like it doesn't need to be in Game Pass to appease you. Just don't buy it. This whole service thing, and listen, we've talked services into the goddamn ground. But I don't know, man. I just hear people talking about how this needs to be on Spartacus and and I'm just like, listen, man. No. Like, no. PlayStation. I really do think PlayStation isn't playing that type of game. They not, you know, Jim Ryan has been very adamant about that. And especially if it's a live service game. So if they putting out a live service game, it doesn't matter if it's in a service or not. in a subscription or not. Because most likely it'll probably be free to play, or it'll be a game that you know, like Destiny, where you buy it and you know, it keeps getting added on. You buy the expansions or whatever the case may be. I don't get it. I don't get it. I want to hear y'all thoughts though. Y'all pull up, man. Y'all pull up. Pull up. I want to hear y'all thoughts. Join.
Yo.
Who that? That's Kisa?
Link.
Oh, Link, you sound different. What's up, man?
Nah, I sound different.
Nah, when you first came in, you sound different. You sound regular now. What's up, bro?
Oh, okay. What's up?
Not much, man.
Big news with PlayStation, you know. Yeah.
How you feel about it?
I mean, I think it's a good. It feels like their moves are very strategic. So again, this is going to help them when it comes to the multiplayer games as a service aspect of their business. So I mean, it does make sense. They've had a good working relationship with Bungie for a while, so I think it makes sense. I think it's a good move. I'm not a huge Destiny guy. I played both of them. Not really big on it, but I'm interested to see what else they bring out. So I think it's a good move.
Mm. Do you think this is the right move from PlayStation?
I do. I think it's the right move. I think it is.
Are you just saying that, or you truly believe that?
No, I really believe it. Like I mean, you know, out of the, you know, there's other studios that I would have probably been happier if they would have announced today, but I think it fits some of their deficiencies. I think it helps them in the areas that they need help in.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, PlayStation is definitely moving in a different direction when it comes to how they do games. Because you know, even when we look at like Jim Ryan's article, or the article from GameIndustry.biz, you know, he's talking about, you know, even here where he goes, I've been on record talking about increasing the size of PlayStation community and expanding beyond our historic console's heartland. This can take many forms, and definitely one of the main ones is the ability for the wonderful games that we've been making over the past 25 years to be enjoyed in different places and played in different ways. We are starting to go multi-platform. You've seen that. We have an aggressive roadmap with live services and the opportunity to work with and particularly learn from the brilliant and talented people from Bungie. This is going to be a considerably accelerate the journey we find ourselves on. Philosophically, this isn't about pulling things into the PlayStation world. This is about building huge and wonderful new worlds together. So, you know, listening to those type of words from Jim Ryan, how do you interpret that, Link? Like, you know, is day and date on the horizon? I'll just come right out and say it. I'll just come right out and ask.
I think as far as, I think with PC, unfortunately, I mean, I think with these multiplayer games and service type games that they're looking to get into, I do think with PC is a part of their business strategy. So yeah, I do think so.
Okay. What's
unfortunately.
What's up?
What's up, everyone?
What up, Omar?
What up, Omar?
Here is how I feel about this. It's not that it's going to be day and date, as that's definitely coming, but more like I truly believe we're living in a past exclusive era. Like exclusive are almost nihil when it comes to this. Like in which universe or reality would you have ever expected PlayStation out of all companies to allow a publisher or not publisher, a company to remain multiplat? Like that's mind-boggling. It's one thing that they did it with what's called with MLB because they don't own the right for that shit. But it's something else to buy a company and then to say, okay, you guys are okay to stay multiplat. And here it would make it even more mind-boggling for me. They did this while knowing they're gonna lose Call of Duty. Like after that, unless they negotiate a new deal, and let's be honest, no matter how much they're gonna try to negotiate a better deal, they're not gonna get a better deal when Microsoft own.
Omar, it sounded like you was crying. You was crying off of this? You good? You was crying? It sounded like you was crying. You crying?
No, I'm just having.
I'm joking. Oh my god.
Okay, no, but for real, to me, it genuinely feels like PlayStation missed the boat with this one. But at the same time,
wait, missed the boat. Explain that. What do you mean by
what
that?
I mean, I just explained it in the sense of at least make it exclusive, or have Destiny as multiplayer, no problem, but the next installment of Destiny or a control, Bungie created Control, right? So far I remember.
No, that was Remedy. Control was created by Remedy.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I mixed the two together. Yeah, then at least have PlayStation go to Bungie and say, okay, we want new IP, and that new IP is gonna be PlayStation only. At least do something like that. Yeah.
I mean, something like that could still happen where PlayStation comes to them and.
Well, they literally just said you don't need a PlayStation. Not to say you don't need a PlayStation, but they literally said we're gonna remain multiplat. And if they go out of their way and do something like become exclusive, they're gonna get a shit. It's going to become a shit show.
So this is the thing, right? When it comes to Destiny 2, yes. When it comes to the future projects that they're making, yes. What I'm saying is that PlayStation could approach them and say, hey, look, we want to give you one of our IPs to work on and create for our system, our ecosystem. And what are they going to say? No, they're not going to say no because my PlayStation is their boss. You understand? Yes, they do have creative freedom. Yes, they are still independent in that regard. Yo, who that talking?
Persona.
What's up, bro?
Knock it the fuck out. This man.
No, I ain't coping. Whoa, Barry. I am not coping off of nothing. This is most definitely something.
Because you did something what an Xbox did.
No, I said if they went to them with a PlayStation IP. I didn't say that
No. Well, we can't do what ifs, man.
All right. So we're gonna knock it off with the what ifs.
Tangible.
Okay, let's go. Okay, so let's play in that realm then. Let's play in that realm, and I'm gonna let you speak, Barry. Yeah, they are going to be creating things that's multiple platform, but I think when it comes to what the strategy of PlayStation with these live services games and trying to accelerate that, right? I think from what I've been saying this whole show during my monologue, PlayStation wants their hands in all the pots. It's the same thing with what Microsoft is doing with their acquisitions, where they own these games. And yes, some of these games may go to other platforms, but Microsoft is still pocketing 70% of the money. And in regards to PlayStation, with this, now with anything that comes out pertaining to Destiny, that PlayStation's getting that money. When it comes to whatever Bungie puts out after the fact, PlayStation's getting the bulk of that money. It's about keeping that.
Okay, I'm not disagreeing with that, but what does that have to do with what we just brought up?
And what I'm saying is, I'm answering because Omar is saying that, they're full on. And I mean, yes, they are full on third party. But what I'm saying is that PlayStation could. I mean, I gave a what if. You know, I really just gave a what if. I ain't gonna cap.
Exactly. That's exactly what I just said. You just went on some
let me live, man.
to La La Land. I don't know what
I'm a PlayStation fan
with
too.
you. What I'm disagreeing with is the fact that you are here talking about what if they can just get the IP. No, you just read two blogs.
I'm a neutral.
Where they just told you that they are doing multi-plat and they ain't got no goddamn exclusive. That's why I mean, it's smart for PlayStation, don't get it twisted, but for me personally as a gamer, it's kind of lame because you went out and spent $3 billion, huh? You went out to spend $3.6 billion and you ain't got shit locked to your platform. You went and spent $275 million or $25 million for Insomniac, and then you got a Spider-Man game, a Wolverine game locked to your goddamn console. This acquisition was a waste of goddamn time. I'm sorry, I'm a PlayStation fan too, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Anybody say anything differently is full of shit. It's the truth. I'm sorry. Now, going back to the whole license deal MLB thing. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Spider-Man is licensed. What's that? That's locked to one damn goddamn platform. Gran Turismo is licensed. That's locked to one goddamn platform. Stop coping with the bullshit. PlayStation wanted to move their game to multiple platforms. It's not because MLB got like it. No, it's them. It's them. No different than spending $6.6 billion to have this damn company, publisher, whatever it is, make multi-platform games. Stop coping.
Nah, it's no cope for me. It ain't no cope for me. I know what it is.
I'm just saying that I don't want to see people making this a feel-good story. Like, yo, but you know, what if they go back and
no. They definitely not.
6 different interviews just telling what they want in the whole blog and the FAQ telling you what the deal is.
I mean, even the shit that he said right now.
They even said for the upcoming IP, it ain't gonna be exclusive.
Yeah, and even what Jim Ryan said in the interview, the man said they want their games to expand beyond just the historic console heartland, bro. That sounds like multi-platform to me.
That sounds like Phil Spencer.
Yo, nobody's saying that MLB is owned by Sony. I'm saying that PlayStation already have licensing locked to a platform. Use your common sense. Use your common sense. Listen to the words that's coming out my mouth. I'm saying stop going with this notion of saying, oh, look at MLB the show. It had to go multiplat. No, the reason why it went multiplat is because PlayStation wanted it to go multiplat. Why didn't they do that with Spider-Man then, huh? Why didn't they do that with Gran Turismo then, huh? Do Sony own Nissan? Do Sony own Honda? All their goddamn cars is in the goddamn game.
Why did they not then publish it though for Xbox then and now Switch?
Doesn't matter about who publishing it. Just like Minecraft is published by PlayStation, but it's an Xbox game. I mean, they're gonna put the money there to get the game on the platform, but the developer is creating multiplat.
Yo, Kings of Games, I'm not okay with that. With excuse me, when it comes to PlayStation and this whole third-party thing, I don't agree with that. Listen, the reason why I'm not as animated as Barry is with that whole like day and date or third-party, because I've talked about this for 2 years about how this type of stuff devalues the console. I'm done talking about that, man. At this point, I'm like, yo, it is. Yeah, I already knew that, man, and I've already said what I said a million times about that. I'm not gonna repeat myself off of that, but I will say is that when it comes to the how is this good for PlayStation gamers? It's not. It's not.
I'm not saying that PlayStation ain't gonna benefit from it. Of course.
No, not PlayStation. No. PlayStation.
Off of like
no. PlayStation gamers, not PlayStation. This benefits. Hold on. This benefits PlayStation 100%. What I'm saying is for the PlayStation gamer, for the people that play on PlayStation, there isn't something, in my opinion. And again, you know, we'll see later. But from what I'm reading here, I'm not really seeing anything special that's exclusive to PlayStation, right? That bolsters PlayStation. I'm not seeing that here.
They even mentioned that there's not going to be any exclusive like content like they past did.
Yeah.
They didn't. The thing is, they didn't buy them, and they still got exclusive content off of Bungie with Destiny 1 and 2 And now the fact that they bought them and acquired them, they still can't get it. To me personally, I understand the business aspect of the deal and the growth of the brand, because now you want to see this brand tied to this huge game. But as just for like, even for a branded thing too, it's like, yo, you have nothing exclusive. There's no incentive to play the game on your platform.
The only thing that I can see silver lining with this one is by having Bungie focusing on a game as a live service, we're not gonna, at least I hope, we're not gonna have a developer such as Naughty Dog or Santa Monica being allocated to that. That's the only silver lining.
The thing is, it's not even. They're saying that they're running they're a publisher, right? They're running the publication independently. You know what I mean? So whatever they're creating and what it is, it's pretty much being ran like Bungie, the publisher. You know what I mean? So people go be like, oh, the money can go to play. No, it's going back to Bungie because they running the company independently.
But I do think hold on. I do think that when it comes to whatever games they create after the next Destiny 3 or whatever the next game they create, having PlayStation studios there and learning the technical prowess and all that stuff. I do think their next game is gonna developmentally and technologically, I think it will be much better, and I think it'll definitely be greater in that regard. So I think that's a plus in that regard. But in terms of how is this great for, because I love Destiny, and even if they didn't get bought by PlayStation, I was still gonna play Destiny Witch Queen, and I've been playing Destiny for like 8 years now, right? So in the grand scheme of things, as a PlayStation gamer, this does nothing. This is more so being able to, this is the console war or being able to brag, hey, we own Bungie, PlayStation own Bungie, blah blah blah, whatever. That's really what this is in my regard. I agree 100% with that. There's no disputes from me. Go ahead, Omar.
But this is for me. Here is the thing. This genuinely feels like PlayStation threw money in the drain. Like,
hold Omar, hold 1 second. I gotta address the slow people in the chat for a second. I did not come in here and said PlayStation owns MLB. I did not say that. PlayStation owns an IP called MLB The Show. No different than PlayStation owning an IP called Gran Turismo, or PlayStation owning the IP Marvel Spider-Man. That Marvel Spider-Man, the character is a licensed character. The cars that's in Gran Turismo is licensed. Doesn't mean that PlayStation don't own the actual game. They own the actual game, not the actual products in the game. So saying PlayStation doesn't own MLB, who the fuck is saying PlayStation is owning MLB? I'm saying PlayStation has an IP that they decide to put multi-plat. Stop pulling that bullshit out there because you guys want to cope that, oh, it was MLB that forced PlayStation to put the game multiplayer. No, it's not. PlayStation wanted to do that stuff because obviously they wanted more, I guess, sales and interactions with their game that they put out yearly. I'm saying that if you guys believe that it's MLB that's the one that's forcing PlayStation, why all the other licensed games that PlayStation lock to one fucking platform not being forced to go to multiple platforms? Explain!
Yo, let me get to Super Chat for Game of
Man, don't bust a blood vessel up in this blood.
Motherfucker, man, slow, like I'm not being clear on what I'm saying.
Hey, Mari is a trip. Game of Forte, appreciate you for the Super Chat. He says, this is great move for Bungie, but they ain't worth 3.6 billion. I love Destiny, but Sony don't even get any of the IPs exclusive to the PlayStation. Wow. Guys, if you want to explain that a little further. Yo, shout out to Game of Forte. He here. I see y'all, everybody here, Ghost in the Shell, Blue Mustang, Chris. Yo, Forte, explain that. Give us more detail on that, man.
No, man. I mean, listen. I think this is a good deal for Bungie. It ain't the greatest deal for Sony as of right now. Right now, Bungie. And you play for Sony. We're Destiny heads. We love the game. We're gonna be on Witch Queen day one. That's just how it is.
Absolutely.
But the problem that I always had with Destiny is the content drip that they have for this game. It's like the most ridiculous thing ever. It's like the game really hasn't been the way it needed to be since the split from Activision. Some people give Activision a bunch of crap, but when it comes to like how much stuff we had and how good it was, we had some good stuff ever since Bungie has left Activision, but it was more consistent when they were with Activision. So I think it's good for Bungie just because Bungie is going to be able to, probably create stuff, a little bit faster. They already said that they're going to be hiring more people to actually bring on to actually get more content and stuff out the door.
That PlayStation fragrance, Game and Forte, they about to have a PlayStation fragrance.
Yeah, well, listen, that's fine by me because you know what? All I care about is the game being better. We complain about the game all the time. So because I always tell people, Bungie has always been better if they had an overseer over the top of them, basically keeping them on task to make sure they do the things they need to do. People always got on Activision about them saying about, get this stuff out in a timely manner, and they never could do it on time. That's why they had to kind of separate. So I think Sony is going to be able to basically help them with that. And then they're also going to get some, they never had as much help as they had when they had all of those satellite studios helping them, like Vicarious Visions and New Moon helping them when they were under Activision. PlayStation has a plethora of satellite studios that can help them get more content out the gate. And we always talk about all of the different studios that Sony has underneath each of their own studios. They can split those studios off to actually help them grow that brand more. I think the $3.6 billion is way too much for them to spend for Bungie right now. But if they get, and like I said, for Sony, about this, Luke has been moved to the overseer of the Destiny franchise. He's not just over the game anymore. He's over everything Destiny. That's the multimedia side of it. That's the merchandising side of it, the game side of it. They went with them mostly probably due to the fact that they can get more stuff done in a theatrical way. Like they try to do stuff outside of just the game itself. Think of Minecraft, how it was for Xbox. They paid over $2 billion for Minecraft. And people were like, you paid $2 billion for basically Legos that you can play in a game? But look at all of the things Microsoft ended up getting out of that deal. They got games, they got TV shows, they got, merchandise through the roof off that game, and they made back that $2.6 billion real quick. So,
well, I think it's also, I'm sorry, Coach Joe, I think it's also the FPS knowledge that that Bungie has through their 30 years of creating games. They created one of the most iconic FPS game franchises in our gaming time, right? I think that I don't think people are understanding how big that is. Now, obviously, a lot of the people
they transition, because I always tell people, Destiny is literally the evolution of Halo. People don't understand when I tell them that. Halo is good, but Bungie saw Halo being long in the tooth, and they was like, we don't want to work on this no more. And that's why they broke away from Microsoft. And that's why most of us that loved Halo back in the day gravitate and love Destiny, because it's literally the evolution of what Halo should have been or what it could have been if Bungie would have just stuck with it under Microsoft. But, that's a whole nother story. But no, go ahead. You're absolutely right, because you're on the right path. What were you saying?
No, yeah, that's definitely how I'm looking at it, where it's like, I think that's big in itself, because you have somebody with that type of FPS knowledge in your repertoire, in terms of how they make games. Obviously it may still, but they can also support the other teams. Remember, this is something that Ilari, the founder of Housemarque, and Herman Hulst, when they did an interview when that acquisition happened, and Herman Hulst had said that the studio, now Ilari and the Housemarque team have access to a large meeting room of developers, because the developers share their developmental knowledge. They have a group chat, a group email, or whatever. They share information. The developers are talking with each other. They provide each other with support. So I think in that regard, if you got somebody else, that's working with PlayStation trying to create an FPS, or, you've got Insomniac doing this or that or whatever, when it comes to being able to tap into that wellspring of knowledge from Bungie, hey, we want to make this FPS and we want to do it like this. What do you think? Being able to go to somebody and just do that, I think that's important as well, in my opinion.
Or just building a games as service the way that Bungie has. People don't give them as much credit, but they're the one studio and the one game that has survived for the most part inside of this looter shooter genre, where it has thrived over year. Yes, there's been issues, there's been problems, there's been a bunch of stuff going back and forth with the developers, but no one can say that Destiny hasn't been successful in what it was trying to be. So they have the knowledge to actually bring, Sony forward when it comes to that type of service and stuff. And especially if they're going to be building some type of ecosystem, like we talk about Spartacus and stuff like that, something like that being built into their service, because it's being rumored that the next Destiny is going to be a free-to-play game as it is anyway, which kind of makes sense to the point why they're keeping it multi-platform everywhere. But I also think this also speaks a little bit to Sony, where the whole conversation where people were saying, well, if Sony bought this, they would take it away from everybody. Now, we don't know what the backroom deal with Bungie and Sony was on how this exclusivity. They technically own Destiny as long as they own Bungie. But if Bungie ever found a way out of the contract, they keep the IPs that they have with it.
I'm gonna say it like this. I'm selfish.
Let me ask you something, Forte. Let me ask you something.
Yeah, what's up?
What sense does it make to put a free-to-play game into a service? Why is everybody championing like, yo, it's cool now to put a games as a service game in a service?
No, I don't think it's cool, because we don't know what that service is. We don't know what it entails of. Because as of right now, what Destiny is a paid product. As much as they have a free-to-pay aspect to the game. But in order for you to play the Witch Queen, you dropping down $40 to get in there. In order to get the season pass with all the extra seasons, you dropping $10 per season, or you paying that $90 up front. So it's a paid product as of right now. But knowing what the future holds for Destiny, no one really knows. No one even thought that Destiny might even get a 3 at the end of its name, because we thought they were just going to live in the ecosystem of what Destiny 2 is right now. So it's kind of hard to answer that question, not knowing what the future really is going to be. But I do know they have for Sony to drop $3.6 billion, it's more than just a game. It's more things that Bungie can bring to them that will benefit them in other aspects of their business, like multimedia and stuff too. And like Persona said, just helping studios develop like first-person shooters, or just in the games of service genre.
Hey, real talk, PlayStation trying to create their Call of Duty for all the platforms. This is the new card.
Right.
You understand? Come through.
Right.
Yo, let me get everybody's thought. Yo, Blue Mustang, then Chris. Blue Mustang, what's good, bro? Talk to us. How you feel?
Not much.
How you feel about this acquisition?
What was that?
I said, how do you feel about this acquisition?
I think it's a good move. I mean, it's not anything I go crazy over, but to me, I see it as if, like, since everyone keeps saying Sony needs a good multiplayer game, and I think that's pretty much their vision for them acquiring Bungie, to help them to make one. I don't know, but if it's going to be a Bungie game, or is it going to be where they're going to have Bungie might make a game and have it for the PlayStation, and they probably might, in the off time of that, they might have them help some of their other studios for them to go and work on their multiplayer games that they have coming out in the future, which is good, because in that way, that gives what everyone keeps saying, that Microsoft only have, not Microsoft, but Sony only has only story driven. They don't have online multiplayer, but now they have people who actually knows what they're doing when it comes to that.
And Jim Ryan said,
did they not have that already with Guerrilla Games and Killzone? Or is Killzone a bad game? I'm curious.
Ask that again. What?
I said, did they not already have that with Killzone? Or is Killzone
when's the last time Killzone
franchise?
came out? No, Killzone's a good franchise, but the last Killzone came out like almost 10 years ago. Like they not, and obviously Guerrilla's transitioned to making, their new big franchise is Horizon. Like they've created a new franchise that they're now supporting, which happens to be a single player experience. But I agree. Like it's the whole Call of Duty thing. Excuse me, not Call of Duty. It's Bungie and their experience. But I mean, people said that PlayStation needs more multiplayer games, and Jim Ryan said it himself. They're getting extremely aggressive with live service gaming, and really trying to be aggressive in that market.
But it would have made sense if they owned the IP, having it exclusive. But it's literally multiplat.
I mean,
Can I explain?
you can't cry over spilled milk. Go ahead, Ghost. And then we're gonna get Chris. I know Chris been here for a minute. Go ahead.
No, go ahead and get Chris. Go ahead, Chris.
All
I'll
right,
wait.
go ahead, Chris. Talk to us, bro. What's good, man?
Yo, what up? What up? First of all, Destiny's trash.
All right, you know what? You don't need to speak.
No, I'm joking.
Go
I
ahead,
never really. I played the first Destiny. I beat the campaign or the story mode, right? "Quote unquote" story mode. And then I played a little bit of Destiny 2, but it just never really grabbed me that much. But before, yeah, hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now. Yeah,
I had a phone call.
there you go.
Before I get my thoughts on it, man, Omar, don't disrespect Gran Turismo like that. It absolutely deserves its own state of play. Don't disrespect Gran Turismo like that. It's the biggest racing game, right? But yeah, so. But the whole Destiny thing or Bungie thing, when I woke up, yeah, I mean, I was shocked. It was one of those things that I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting them to grab this. I fully understand why, everybody gets on PlayStation now having their own multiplayer studio or multiplayer dedicated studio. So they went out and grabbed one of the best multiplayer FPS game developers that there is, which is Bungie. Which is ironically they created Halo and now they work for PlayStation and whatnot. When it comes to the whole thing, what they say about the multi-platform, I see it the same thing as like the Elder Scrolls Online or like Call of Duty Warzone is the Destiny will remain as a multi-platform, including future content or future expansions will continue to be multi-platform, right? But that doesn't mean that if Bungie has a new IP, that's not going to be exclusive to PlayStation, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
We're not. Hold on. We're not going to do this. We're doing the reverse of what folks was doing with Bethesda.
No, but listen,
they said that they said their next projects will be multi-platform. That's what they said, Chris.
They said it.
They said it themselves.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, that's what Bungie and PlayStation said.
Because when I'm looking at the thing right here, it says.
Are you looking at the official
vision.
Bungie blog? The official blog?
Yeah, like this is what I'm looking at. It says our shared vision. It says one community, multi-platform. It says Destiny 2 will stay on all current platforms and expand to new platforms. And then it says 2, self-published, creatively independent. And it says Bungie maintains full creative control and publishing independence of the Destiny universe. Right, so they're specifically saying Destiny right there.
Nah, you gotta go down further where it says Bungie has future games in development. Will they now become PlayStation exclusive? And Bungie says no. We want the worlds we are creating to extend to anywhere people play games. We will continue to be self-published, creatively independent, and we will continue to drive one unified Bungie community. That screams multi-plat to me.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Then they're saying that the next couple games, if that's what they're saying now, then I don't know what the fuck this shit was for then. Like what the
that's
fuck?
what we've been talking about the entire time. Like they literally just threw money out and it's drained. Like I understand the revenue and everything, but other than that, us as a PlayStation fan, we're not getting anything out of it.
Yeah, I think this was more of a business.
Yeah, a business move.
To get some of their knowledge for how to build live service games, because
not even just that. That is the biggest proponent, but I just think money. Like whenever you buy a Bungie product, that money goes into PlayStation pocket, right? It's the same thing. It's the same thing with the Call of Duty or that whole acquisition, Activision thing, right? Keeping those games in there, honoring obviously those contractual agreements, right? But if they were to continue to make Call of Duties and continue to put them onto PlayStation platforms after all contractual agreements are met, that is solely a business decision because PlayStation has that large community of people who buy Call of Duty, for the 60 or the 70, and 70% of that money is going to to Microsoft's pocket. I think that this is what this acquisition is for PlayStation. It's more money coming in.
Well, they also said like they said multi-platform, but that could mean PS5 and PC. You know, they like
We literally
Yo,
doing
we got
mental
y'all
gymnastics
gotta
right
stop,
here.
man. Yo, PlayStation
Not
Nation,
though.
yo,
how the fuck
PlayStation
is that
Nation, I
mental
love y'all.
gymnastics when they didn't specify the black?
Listen, y'all better don't go down this dark road that you going down.
Yo, PlayStation Nation, I love y'all, man. But nah, bruh. Y'all, yo, I'm not doing that Xbox what if. It's that. Like yo, 4 articles dropped today where they were explicitly clear. Yo, it's multi-platform. I'm not going.
Right.
I don't know
And
what
it's
else to say.
multi-platform. It's multi-platform, and you hit it directly on the head, Persona. This is a strategic move by Sony for the proprietary technology, because whether you like Destiny 2 or not, or any of the Destinies, the simple fact is they created a model that, in all its mistakes and all its glory, it's still a perfect games as a service model. Okay, they've been out for how long? And on Steam, they've got almost 50,000 concurrent players. Worldwide, there's almost 1 million people playing Destiny right now. Okay, and so Sony spent to Omar's thing, Sony spent 3.6 billion to get a games as a service that has a recurring revenue of 100 to 500 million a year. That's chump change. I mean, that's you got to spend money to make money, and so they just bought themselves a foothold into a games as a service, a successful games as a service. First of all, for whatever you want to say about Halo, they're stumbling out the gate because of content and because they have no clue as far as the balancing issue, as far as monetization and the microtransactions, and that's and on top of content, and just because 343 dropped the ball. So what Sony did was a very smart strategic move to not only get whatever first person shooter games they have in the pipeline. Now they have a studio that is well versed, well knowledgeable about the games as a service, and then they picked up all the revenue that this company brings in annually from a game that's been around for how long, that they promised it was going to be around for 10 years. That's all this was a money move, and a very smart one.
Yeah.
It's
Go ahead, Sick. What's good, bro?
Hilarious. What's up, man? It's absolutely hilarious. Yo, I don't think for 1 second, Ace, I don't think you'll ever be happy with anything PlayStation does. Because if it's one thing, you say it's crazy, it's stupid. They do another thing, you still say it's crazy, it's stupid. Ask yourself this question, Ace. Why would you shut off revenue to make something exclusive? I don't know why y'all think that Xbox is even going to do it with Call of Duty. Y'all going to look real stupid in the future. There is absolutely zero prospects of Call of Duty all of a sudden disappearing from PlayStation. That's number one. Number two, PlayStation owns Bungie. Bungie could do whatever the hell they want. Sony still owns all of that shit. They can self-publish all they want. You think if Bungie self-publishes, that means Sony doesn't get that money that they bring in from they own the company.
Sick, I never said they need to put.
You said this deal doesn't make any sense.
Yes, I said it doesn't.
Does it not make any sense?
Let me explain though. I said it doesn't make any sense for them to not have their own exclusive. Like Destiny being multi-plat, it's understandable, but future titles should then become exclusive.
Why? Because Microsoft did it? Because Microsoft decided that they would fuck over players? You think Sony should do the same thing?
No, I'm with Omar. I think
I'm asking Omar.
I understand the deal, and the deal obviously it benefits PlayStation. I'm not disagreeing with that, but I'm just saying for me personally, for a PlayStation fan, it doesn't make any goddamn sense. You have no incentives to buy Destiny on PlayStation. You're not getting any exclusive content and nothing like that. The next future games that they're going to be developing is not going to be tied to this platform without any exclusive content. It's just you're just buying a third party publisher.
I think y'all are being more emotional over this than really looking at it from a rational perspective. Listen, man, y'all gotta understand PR.
Yo, sick human TV, PlayStation Plus podcast, PlayStation Plus.
Listen,
I'm
man.
not being
I'm gonna
rational.
tell you. Listen, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. PR talk is just that. It's PR speak.
Nah, I don't think this ain't no PR speak, bro.
No, they had no PR.
I mean, listen. Y'all could think whatever y'all want about this. If Sony would have came out right now and been like, yeah, nigga, we taking Destiny off of everything, nigga, half the fucking player base would be like, all right, well, shit, if we ain't getting no future content, nigga, we finna drop this shit.
Yeah,
Why would
I
you
get that.
come out and say, yo, we finna pull everything off of everything? Y'all didn't see the way Microsoft manipulated that fucking Bethesda deal? Or the way they talk even when it comes to Activision?
Mm-hmm.
The second Sony wants to make whatever exclusive to other platforms other than fucking PlayStation or Xbox, multi-platform can mean a number of things. It could mean it could be, yo, we want to put this shit on fucking PC. If they put it on PC, it's multi-platform.
That's what I was saying.
If they put it on
said.
PC, if they put it on PC, mobile, and the Switch, that's multi-platform.
See, it's better to be upfront now because regardless of yes, it is because whatever they do, if they say today we're going to have games exclusive to PlayStation going forward or whatnot, there will be backlash, but it's transparency. If they do it later on, it's going to be even a bigger fuck up because now it's like, oh, you didn't say it in the beginning, and now you're going back on your word. Oh, it's going to be a big
be that way anyway. It'll be backlash regardless. It'll be huge backlash regardless. But let me make my 3.6 billion back first before we go fucking ourselves, right? And not only that, y'all gotta think outside. Sony builds another team from that Bungie crew. Sony publishes that game. Sony makes that game exclusive. Still has nothing to do with the original quote from Bungie because Bungie is self-publishing their own games. Y'all gotta look out.
That's what I originally said too.
I'm not thinking about what if. I'm just telling you.
No, I'm going based off of what I'm reading. I can speculate and do all that. No. Listen. I could go into the whole speculation and all that stuff to make it feel good or sound better or whatnot. But I'm going off of the words what these motherfuckers is writing. This is what I'm reading, and this is what I'm going to take. Whatever comes from the future is whatever comes in the future. But I'm going off of what I'm reading right now. They are not saying anything like that.
But I think that y'all are being way too hasty in this, man.
No, I think the acquisition, like I said,
you know me, I will always jump to the conclusion that y'all coming to right now. But I've seen the games that's being played right now, bro, and most of this shit is PR games that they playing, bro.
I think the acquisition is smart on the money aspect and the branding because now you can even tie in PS Network into the multi-platform game to log in because you're not logging into Bungie. They are making it independent. I don't know how they're going to run that, but you always going to have that branding with PlayStation, whatever game they're coming out with. I'm just saying as a PlayStation fan perspective, this doesn't do anything for me because you have nothing exclusive tied in. People want to say that's fanboy. Exactly. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Listen, I agree with what you're saying. Honestly, I do. But the thing is, being short-sighted is how we got here to begin with, bro. Like, y'all think that, listen, there is going to be, and y'all can quote me on this right now, there will be exclusive shit coming from Bungie to PlayStation, bro. Y'all can believe whatever the hell y'all want to believe, but the thing is, they're playing a lot of fucking corporate games. Not just Sony, but Xbox is playing corporate games too, bro. I mean,
to be honest with you, I will be a hypocrite to be like, yo, Xbox just spent $7.5 billion and $70 billion. They should have these games exclusive. And I come on PlayStation side, like, yo, you know what? Makes sense.
That's what I'm saying.
Energy I have for Xbox, I have it for PlayStation.
What are you gonna do when
it should be exclusive?
Bungie developed exclusive. What are you gonna?
Nah, but I get what Bari's saying, sick, because that was what I was originally saying with the whole what if was what you're saying. That's what I said with the what if, and I got in the beginning. But what I'm saying to Bari's point, I agree with Bari 100%. the same way we looked at Activision or looked at Bethesda and said, yeah, PlayStation should most definitely make that exclusive. Excuse me, Xbox and Microsoft should definitely make that exclusive. And the funny thing is, people in the community was saying, yeah, this is exclusive. They shouldn't go to other platforms. They shouldn't have to because they own them. But now with PlayStation, oh, it's got to be multi-platforms. I get what Barry's saying, man, and I don't think that's fanboyish. I just think, yo, as a PlayStation gamer, it's the same thing where I say, yo, when the walls come down for PlayStation, what do PlayStation gamers get? For these walls to be allowed to come down, what do PlayStation gamers get? And when you look around and really look at it, PlayStation gamers don't get nothing.
No matter how many times.
So I get that. I get that.
I mean, I think y'all are being really short-sighted, and I think we're gonna revisit this down the road, and
Absolutely.
y'all gonna be singing a totally different tune, bruh. Because again, I'm telling you, they're playing PR games, but the one
I believe that too.
The one thing that y'all fail to mention is the fact that y'all are crying over a free-to-play game.
No.
What
This ain't
sense
about
does it take-
Destiny.
No, listen. What sense does it make to take a free-to-play game, a game you can freely download on any of these platforms, and take it away? I just don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. Listen, again, when maybe what they're saying about the self-publishing stuff is exactly what you guys are thinking. But what happens when Sony steps in and says, "We want you to make a new title that has nothing to do with the Destiny world, bro"?
But that's
And
a what if.
We're publishing it.
But that's a
all of
what
that
if
shit
though,
that they
Sick.
just told you about self-published games mean no. See, again, you're not really listening to me. What happens when they decide to have Sony publish a game? We told you the games that we are self-publishing are going to be multi-platform.
Again,
Mhm.
you are
But hold on.
talking
Let him
about
finish
what
it.
if.
Let him finish his thought.
It's
Let
cool
him
for
finish his
you
thought.
to say. It's cool for you to pull up what ifs about Call of Duty when they literally came out and said Call of Duty gonna still be on fucking PlayStation, right? That's cool. That's cool, right?
They
Right? That's cool.
they
But
said
I'm literally telling you, they're giving you PR speak. Why would they want to kill their freaking investment before it even gets started? They could easily come out and be like, yeah, man, you know.
Hey, yo, Sick, hold on. Yo, Kieran, you're getting a lot of background noise, bro. Can you mute yourself real quick? Thanks.
And I'm telling you, I'm not trying to damage control this shit. I'm just telling you, this $3.6 billion is going to stretch a lot farther than y'all believe. I don't know why, for some reason, y'all be counting PlayStation out, dog. Like,
No, I'm
they're
not
showing
counting
you
PlayStation
that
out.
they're in this position for a reason, bruh. And
Nah, I'm not counting them out. I'm just going based off of what I'm
No,
reading.
but I get what you're saying. Like, as a customer of PlayStation, you're asking the question, yo, are we getting some DLC skins before everybody? Are we getting new content?
Yeah, like, is there gonna be incentives?
Why are we not getting it? There will be incentives. Watch. Sony controls this shit, bro. They control Bungie, dog. Bungie could come out and say whatever the hell they want to say, but Sony controls whatever moves they make, bruh.
And if they do, it's going to be a shit show.
So
They're gonna be
it's
destroyed.
let me get a Kieran.
You see what this is what I'm saying, Omar. Even if there is a silver lining, you still mad. But when there doesn't seem to be a silver lining, you're mad then.
I'm not mad. I'm literally saying how it's gonna play. If it's
but it never
it's gonna do, then great. I will admit I was wrong. Absolutely no issue doing so.
So how much y'all willing to bet on this? Because I want to spend some money.
I ain't betting no bread. Fuck that.
I want to make some bets right now. Because again, I'm not thinking about this from a PlayStation fan perspective, bro. Because if you look at things from a PlayStation fan perspective, you miss the logic in all of these moves, bro. What y'all don't do is y'all don't go back to 2013 or 2014 when Destiny 1 first came out, bro, and looking at how much money this game generated, or y'all not going back to the DLC content from this game and realizing how much money this game generates. This $3.6 billion is small time turkey, bro. It's small time turkey. But if you think they sat in this boardroom, because let me ask you a question. If this is the route that they wanted to take, then why not just sell back to Microsoft, bruh? You think Phil didn't want Bungie, bruh? Come on, man. The man was just pining. Listen, he was just pining over the fact that today's Bungie would still be with Microsoft if he was at the helm. You know what I'm saying? So all of a sudden, y'all think they wouldn't just run to like one of the richest companies in the world? Listen, bro, they chose PlayStation for a reason, bruh. And so much is gonna come out of this deal that, again, when you're looking at it from a PlayStation fan perspective, it may not look the best to you right now. But wait until everything comes to fruition. I think y'all gonna understand the move.
Let me get Jamil, Navigator and Jamil's super chats real quick, and then I'm gonna get Kieran and Jamil is in here. So I definitely want to hear what Jamil has. I definitely want to hear what Jamil has to say on this topic. Navigator, man, appreciate you for the $5 super chat. It says Jim and Phil have a gentleman's agreement. Remember how confident PlayStation was about Activision content remaining on PlayStation. Fair enough. We'll see. Only time will tell with all this stuff, really.
I do think they have like a little back and forth little deal going on, because I personally feel that PlayStation, they secured this shit and it got changed up when Activision got bought up. But that's just me. My little theory, but I'll explain that later. And then
Jamil, man, appreciate you, man. 5 months as a member on the channel. He says, I'm loving the chaos, LOL. People legit are unsure how they feel because they don't want to contradict themselves from just a few weeks ago. Jamil is funny. Yo, Kieran, man, welcome to the Discord, man. First time I ever seen you around before, man. Talk to us, bro. How you feeling about this?
Jamel, you super chat like that again, I'll kick you in your shin.
Yo, fact. That's a fact.
No. I'll kick you in your shin, bro. Stop playing with me. But go ahead.
Kieran, what's good, man? Shout out to you, man. Introduce yourself.
What's up, everybody? Am I still getting background noise?
No, you're fine. Good. You're good.
Is it fine?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, yeah, well, yeah, so I just woke up this morning, and then I look on the PS blog and I saw like the acquisition move, and then I'm saying to myself, well, I don't really think it's an actual response to Microsoft about to acquire Activision Blizzard. It's more of the actual own move just to have their own game with a service. Obviously section a portion of their studios. So, but when reading the whole spiel, I don't think it's like they're going to just make Destiny exclusive to the platform. It's more of like nurturing their team and then making them make sure that they have their own way of just keeping it, getting the servers just to make money for them. And also, and reading the whole spiel, I believe that they will actually make it actually exclusive for Sony in the future games. Because Destiny will be their own thing, and I don't think they will have Destiny exclusive. But when they want to make their own PlayStation 5 exclusive game, using from their team, I think when the time is right, they will actually come out with their own exclusive from Bungie. So,
yeah, only time will tell. We'll see how that happens. You know, based off the information right now, that doesn't sound like something that's going to happen. But if it does, boy oh boy,
yeah,
I'm crazy it's gonna be.
That's what I was gonna say to Sick, because I agree with pretty much everything Sick is saying, but then I can see how everybody else is looking at it, because we seen the statements say, like, I didn't know until I came in here, right? Persona read it off to me, but they said like even the games that they have in development are still going to be multi-plat in the future as well. So I can see how people are like saying the whole, well, no, it's going to remain multi-plat, because they're saying it's going to remain multi-plat, but after that, we don't really know too much, you know. And I think this is one of those moves where it's like, yo, in case Microsoft pulls something off of PlayStation with like the Activision, like COD or whatever, then, you know, PlayStation can pull something off of Xbox too. Because if not, then they're just gonna look like like they're just gonna look like the bitch in the situation. Like you let Destiny stay on, but then Call of Duty got pulled off. You know, so
You're
They
right, yeah,
already allowed
but I don't think this move had to deal with Microsoft. I think this is just in the plans of what Sony always had, and they finally announcing it to the world. Because when you actually read the article, it says the CEO of Bungie and Sony share the same vision of exploring new world and pushing technology. So
Yeah,
so I
they've
don't
been
believe.
they confirmed that they've been talking about this for like 5 or 6
for
months.
5 months.
Yeah.
This is
This
5
that's
months.
confirmed. Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, so I don't know why just a quick retaliation always have to be. Yeah, I think it's just Sony has their own company business making their own moves and see that Bungie have a proprietary technology of their sharing the new world how they have with Destiny. Even though I personally played Destiny 1 and got burnt out because it was the same old repetitive crap to me, but I could see that the format that they use and have actually works. And plus, if you look at Destiny as itself, they say it was a 10-year plan, and in 2000, I think 24, 25, the 10-year of that game should be over. So maybe any new projects that they may have in the future, if they want to make an exclusive for the PS5,
No, because they already
No,
said.
I think y'all need to read that blog post on IGN when y'all come in here to see exactly what Jim Ryan actually said.
This is.
Hold on, let me.
Right.
I want to. I just want to get.
It's funny that y'all can say this guy is Jim Lion Ryan, but all of a sudden Jim is the truth teller.
Yeah, y'all said they believe him. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's great if that's it's great if that's what you want to believe. But I've seen the way these companies have been manipulating consumers for the last 7 or 8 years. And
absolutely.
I'm telling you, that PR speak is something else, my guy.
Yo,
and again,
I mean,
how can you have PR speak with? I mean, like I can understand like the whole.
Jim Ryan said he believes in what was it? He believes in generations, and then y'all say he lied about believing in generations, even though he said
I think he believed. I believe he believed in generations until a pandemic took all his systems away. And he was like, "Well,
that is not that's but
you
Forte,
believing in generations only.
Forte. That's not how game development works. You don't just flip a switch.
Listen,
you don't. That ain't how game development works.
We know that's not how game development works. We know that's not how it works. But those games were already going to be playable because you know
those games was already in development. Those games were.
Are you a betting man, Forte?
Forte, those games are already developed.
Yeah, those games were already going to be playable on those platforms already.
Exactly.
They made the decision. Let's be for real. They made the decision.
Are you a betting man?
Yeah.
Are you a betting man? Are you a betting man?
Yeah, betting man. Why?
All right. I want to offer you. I want to offer you a bet. I want to offer you a bet that in the next couple of years, let's say 2 to 3 years, to be exact. I guarantee you, y'all gonna have a different idea about this deal. I can guarantee you all this.
When it comes to what?
When it comes to exactly what Bungie is saying.
Are we talking about their IPs themselves or something new? Because I agree with you when it comes to
No. Because y'all said. Listen. Speaking of Destiny, like I said, it would be stupid for them to take Destiny off of that game if they're planning to have it free to play, which it is
right. I agree.
Free to play, right? So
no, it's paid right now, but it will go free to play at some point.
I thought it was already free to play.
No,
so
it
isn't.
Can
download the base game for free?
Yeah, you
can.
You
can download the base game, but everything that you buy,
the content is not free.
Like the stuff that comes out next month, you got to pay for.
Oh no! But that's with any free to play game with expansions and stuff like that. They always have some shit for you to buy. But what I'm saying, essentially, the game is free, so they're not going to take games that's already established off of that platform. But what I'm saying is, what happens when Sony publishes a game developed from a spin-off of that Bungie studio?
You're literally talking about a what-if scenario.
Everything is what if. Every single thing we talk about is what if.
You talk about something that's tied to the Destiny universe, but the spin-off of it?
Yeah, it's just something totally different. Just a totally different game, not Destiny.
No, I agree. If it's a totally different game and Sony's bankroll, then yeah, it's going to be exclusive because they're bankrolling. I'm just talking about anything that Bungie is right now developing that's being published or whatever by Bungie that's going to stay the way it is. But I agree with you when it comes to if Sony was to say drop everything you're doing and you're publishing and we're publishing this game and you're making it, then yeah, they have all the say so in that.
Let me ask you another question.
That's 100% in there. I get you on that.
Since we're in goofy territory, let me ask you.
Yeah, we're really goofy right now.
Yeah, no, we're in goofy territory. So let me ask you a question.
What's up, bro?
If Bungie self-publishes something, who gets the money?
Oh, dude,
PlayStation gets the money.
Yeah, Sony gets all the money no matter what.
No. So what's the difference between PlayStation publishing something and Bungie publishing something themselves?
No, I agree. That's where the whole situation.
This is why I'm telling y'all this PR speak is crazy as fuck. They're telling you they're independently publishing something, right? They're independently publishing something. However, they're owned by a bigger entity.
Yeah, I agree.
Let me.
Y'all better read these words carefully.
They're
gonna make y'all look like fools in the end. When I heard that shit, I said, "You have got to be fucking kidding me! You mean to tell me Sony spent $3.6 billion to own Bungie, right?
No, the way.
But all of a sudden, they're gonna let them make money on their own, and they're gonna teach them how to be a better company. And they're doing this. They're giving them money to do this.
Yeah, the way I read that when I read the article and stuff, I was like, this sounds like a partnership. It don't sound like Sony. I was like, why would Sony pay $3.6 billion for a partnership?
Yo, that's why I said y'all gotta look beyond the speak. Look, I'm not damage controlling nothing. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I have no problem with saying that I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But this doesn't make any sense, and y'all trying to make it make sense when it doesn't make sense.
Let me get these super chats, and I wanna get Jamil's thoughts. Real quick, yo, Andre Wilkins, appreciate you. Andre Wilkins with the super chat. He says, Forte, can you explain how the Xbox controller is better? It's better when it still uses batteries and has a cheap. Has a cheap flip stick.
I don't use a regular Xbox controller. I use a controller that breaks every 20 uses because I can't play with any other controller. So my controller has a battery in it, sir. I don't know about everybody else.
Hey yo, Andre Wilkins is crazy, bro. And then Stir Crazy, appreciate you for the super chat. He says the first year of PS5. They had Returnal, Rift Apart, Destruction All Stars, all PS5 only games. Did he lie? He talking about the whole "we believe in generations" thing. That is true. He ain't lie about that though. There is more next gen only games out on the market
on PlayStation. But if you look at the entire quote, he did talk about supporting PS4 too. So a lot of people took that quote out of context and ran with it, and it became this whole mass thing where it's like everybody's in unison that was just one big lie. But no, when you read the entire quote, and plus they delivered on that as well too. They had next gen only games. They're the ones that have been consistent with next gen only games, which is why people think that they're the only ones charging $70.
Absolutely.
They lied about Gran Turismo. I forgot which number it is.
Yeah, Gran Turismo 7. That was the one. Gran Turismo was the one where they were that one is, they definitely, that was a quickie where it's like, oh no, yeah, this is coming up PS4 as well. So yeah. But yo, Jamil.
What's good? How y'all doing?
Hey man, go ahead, bro. I know you about to come in here and
No.
Turn it upside down.
Breathe in real slow, count to 3, exhale real slow. Everything Sig said was absolutely true. Y'all gotta really pay attention to what these companies say. But check this out. Before I even go there, the whole idea about one thing being a response to another, I think that we get so caught up in looking at things from a consumer perspective or from fans. You got to remember. Now, I don't know the timeline of everything. We did hear that it's been 5 or 6 months since Bungie and Sony's been talking. But we also do know that Activision Blizzard was talking to Microsoft back in November 2020. So when it comes to who's responding to who, maybe they heard through the grapevine that Activision was about to be purchased. And this could have been a response. We don't know. It's all hearsay. So we should just pay attention to what happens going forward. Now, as far as how this benefits PlayStation fans, I'm reminded of an argument that was made whenever people start talking about sales and who sells more consoles, who sells more games, and this, that, and the third. And a lot of the things I would always hear, and that I agree with, is that what this shows is that if a game sells 10 million on PlayStation versus 5 million on Xbox, it says, well, that's more money generated. You're going to get more things you can invest into in the PlayStation side of things. So when you look at a purchase like Bungie, $3.6 billion, and you have a cash cow like Destiny making money, printing money, it's going to benefit you. You're thinking about skins and exclusive content. I'm thinking about you got hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars down the line that's going into Sony's pocket where they can say, we're going to fund a $500 million game here. We're going to build a whole nother studio. We're going to acquire another studio. This is money, and it's going to benefit you when you look at it from that aspect. You can't just sit here and say, it's got to benefit me right away with something being exclusive, because that shows me that all you care about is the console war. You want content. You need fodder so you can argue. It's bigger than that.
And let me tell you, let me bring this, because Chris was trying to tell you this, and this is when you told him, nah, let me show you what this article says. They got an official picture out that says, Destiny 2, our shared vision. One community, multi-platform. Destiny 2 will stay on all current platforms and expand to new platforms. 2, self-published, creatively independent. Bungie maintains full creative control and publishing independence of the Destiny universe. Same game everywhere. Every player should have an amazing Destiny experience no matter where you choose to play. They are talking specifically about Destiny. But I digress.
Wait. That's only applicable. Hold on. That's only applicable to Destiny, that IP. In the actual Destiny article, they talk about future games that are in development outside of the Destiny IP, and those also being multi-platform.
Hey, keep in mind, Persona.
Right. Can you read that? Can you read that again, Persona?
That's what. I'm not trying. No, sick. Listen. I want shit exclusive because I want the chaos. No other console deserves nothing being made by PlayStation. Trust and believe. I feel that way, but I'm telling you, this is what it is.
Let's make a bet. You sound confident. I love the confidence. Let's make a bet. I dare you.
Nah, yo, they had a FAQ, a Q&A. They said
the FAQ's up on the screen.
Future games in development. Will they now become PlayStation exclusives? That's a very specific question. No, we want the worlds that we are created to extend to anywhere people play games. We'll continue to be self-published, creatively independent, and will continue to drive one unified Bungie community.
That's what I'm saying. That's what.
So y'all,
but see, this is the thing though. Jamil sick, or whoever's talking. I hear that, and I'm with you, but. We can't. The same thing. No, that's what I'm saying, bro. And I'm with Barry on this. We can't sit here and do the what if game because we get at Xbox dudes for doing that. What if they bought this? What if they did this? What the fuck?
Let's make a bet. Let's bet on what you just read versus what actually happens in the future.
How many years down the line are you talking?
That I'm about to win come February. Well, yeah, February starts.
So if Bungie comes out with an exclusive for PlayStation that's developed by them, we're going to say they're liars then.
I mean, that's what you could. That y'all pointing to this article, right?
No, this is their FAQ.
This is their this ain't no like bullshit article. Yeah, this ain't no bullshit article. This is official. This is an official Bungie blog.
Since none of us are fortune tellers, right? Let's make a bet. I'm betting on what I've seen from the past, from people speaking in the past. I want to make a bet that in the future, there's going to be Bungie exclusives on PlayStation. Y'all don't believe it because y'all reading this article for the right now. but I want to bet you.
Yeah.
I'm not disputing that though.
The thing is how Jim Ryan describes this acquisition and how they're describing Bungie. They're describing them as a multi-platform developer and publisher.
Multi-platform can also make PlayStation and PC.
Nigga, that still ain't exclusive. What you mean?
Listen. Not only that, they said that they're looking for new platforms to put games on.
So mobile?
They even just these platforms. They might be going to, I don't know, Stadia or something like that. Whatever.
Nah, they said Stadia. I'm thinking they're going mobile as well.
They talking mobile, bro.
All I'm saying is this. This is what I'm saying. People's conflicting what I'm saying. I understand the business. People's not going to teach me the business aspects of what is going on here. I understand that perfectly fine. I'm talking about as a PlayStation fan. I don't give a fuck.
I'm a PlayStation fan too.
If there's no incentives tied into this, especially all this money being spent, I understand they're going to get it back. What the fuck? I'm getting excited for it for. You know what I mean? They specifically are telling you here what their goals are and what they're trying to do with this acquisition and with Bungie, but you guys are switching it or are saying differently, like they align.
Jabari, I just say I know it's hard to hear me, man. I'm sorry, apologize in advance. I'm on my iPhone, but I do want to turn your attention to what Sean Linden said before he left PlayStation and Jim Ryan took over, when they were talking about investing into multiplayer games that they will drop day and date on PC. Meaning that they will be multi-platform. This was back in 2019.
But that doesn't help PlayStation gamers. Like, what is that's still multi-plat. Like, what are we talking about?
Well, then he was basically giving you guys a heads up. He also stated.
No, I remember that.
Sony's plans. Yeah, remember Sony's plans are going to be plans that some people will not be on board with. Remember that.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about the games going multiply. I understand that perfectly fine with the PC stuff. I'm talking about incentivizing for your brand, PlayStation. That's what I'm talking about.
It is incentivizing those who haven't picked up a PlayStation and don't want to.
What is incentivized with this acquisition? They clearly said that everything going forward is going to be multi-platform. There's no specific, content or exclusive content, nothing like that going forward.
With regards to the multiplayer games, this was stated long ago.
I don't. No. I'm talking about the Bungie FAQ.
Yeah, I'm talking about this acquisition.
Let me tell y'all again.
Acquisition helps the PlayStation brand just for people who want a PlayStation console. You get what I'm saying? For those individuals that just want to purchase a console, not a PC, not a high-end PC or a PC in general, it benefits them. It also
you're giving me the generalistic speech. I understand exactly what you're saying. There's a reason why these manufacturers or these publishers go out their way when there's a multi-platform game and they spend millions of dollars to get content exclusive to their platform. It incentivizes the gamer, the person that is 50-50 on where they want to purchase this game, to go get it on this platform. That benefits PlayStation more than anything. Right. Because now not only are you buying the game on that platform or the content on that platform, you're also getting these little incentive stuff where you're like, oh, you know what? I'm going to stay on this platform. That's the business mindset of it. Why you go out and you spend all these millions. Here, you just spent $3.6 billion and you don't have any incentives for the PlayStation gamer. Is what I'm bringing up. It's not being a fanboy. It's not being anything. It's just being honest truth.
Think about it like this, Jabari.
Well, not yet. They don't have nothing yet.
You gotta think about it like this. Bungie's management has been underneath Microsoft since their inception, basically. And then after that, they switched over to Activision Blizzard. And then now they have PlayStation's management. Basically, if when it comes to Bungie, you couldn't ask for a better position for them to have increased quality and productivity. And like look at the announcement today. In their post, they talked about their acquisition. Bungie talked about them being acquired by Sony, and then at the bottom they put a link for hiring. You get what I'm saying? Like, that benefits everyone. And as a PlayStation gamer, you're going to get a better quality Bungie game. We don't have to wait 2 goddamn years for the next Bungie project to be to come out polished. You get what I'm saying?
No. I understand that they're going to benefit from being in PlayStation in-house and all that stuff. The next game that I'm looking. I'm not a Destiny fan or anything like that. I played it before, but I dropped it and I didn't go back to it because I'm like, I'm way too far from it. But I'm saying I'm looking towards the new IP as far as I can see them benefiting story-wise and all that stuff. The gameplay has always been there, but I'm just saying, looking at it from a business standpoint as well. Yes, I understand the branding aspect, but I'm also looking at it like, okay, you spent this money here, but there's nothing to really incentivize the platform that you own.
Bro, the incentive for the platform that you are on is companies like Firesprite, Firewall, Naughty Dog, etc. Those companies that are making multiplayer games will have that fucking leadership and guidance from veterans like Bungie being able to help them. We all know, just as PlayStation gamers, when it comes to their developers, they are not walled off like Microsoft developers or any other publisher that's out there. They are extremely proactive when it comes to helping each other out, because like Mike Shoney says, a lifting tide lifts all fucking boats. He didn't say fucking, but he did say boats. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, we tackled that aspect as far as in-house development and sharing ideas and technology.
That's what it's about.
Yes, I am understanding that. I'm talking about the purchaser, the person that go out to buy their games. Oh, which platform should I go on? I just spent $3.6 million, and a popular game like that, you don't incentivize it to your platform. In my opinion, regardless of what platform you own, Xbox, Nintendo, PlayStation, I always look at that as like a very dumb move. That's how I've always been. That's how I always think. Like, yo, why are you going out spending all this money?
I was to say that the next expansion of the one that's coming out, what expansion is it called? Persona? I know you played Destiny.
The Witch Queen.
The Witch Queen. It's a two-part expansion. Am I right on that?
No, the next expansion after Witch Queen, which is the light. I think it's the light or something like that.
Or something.
Yeah, that's two parts.
Warriors of Light.
Warriors, something like that.
When that expansion comes out, that PlayStation.
He said Warriors of Light.
You get what I'm saying? Like Microsoft, they try to step in and do whatever they could to stop Sony from getting exclusive content when it came to Destiny. You get what I'm saying?
I have a PC chat room. I have every platform other than Xbox. I'm not upset at all. I'm just looking at just to give you a hands up. I do this on a regular basis as a career. Okay, I'm going to ask questions like this. I'm going to forecast. I'm going to analyze. I'm looking at it as you have a platform. You're not Microsoft. PlayStation is not Microsoft. They're not Xbox, where they have a backing like Microsoft, where they're like, hey, Game Pass, dollar, play. They don't have it like that. They are here to sell consoles and to keep you on their platform. You have a game that can suck people in on that platform. And I'm reading a blog here, a Q&A saying we have no incentives to put anything exclusive or nothing like that on that platform after spending $3.6 billion.
Ever done that before?
What you mean?
I mean, allowing buying a company and then saying, okay, you guys are free to say multiplayer. Like, this is unprecedented.
Yo, the thing is, I don't have an issue with it being multiplayer. That to me, I'm not even shocked by that. I'm the shocked boy when I'm reading this blog here, and they saying like, even with stuff with that Destiny going forward, I'm not saying that you have to tie everything over. I'm just looking at the aspect as far as like, if the person's on Xbox or Nintendo or wherever they're playing, yes, they can play everywhere else. But as a PlayStation, business mindset, you want people to play on PlayStation. You want people in that ecosystem. Why wouldn't you have some type of incentive to make people come on over there?
Bro, the incentive will more than likely be Bungie's new IP. It won't be.
No, but they already said that the new IP that they created is not exclusive. They said it.
Yeah.
It's not exclusive to just PlayStation. It's a multiplayer game, which goes back to what Sean Linden said and what Jim Ryan were saying.
Layden.
Even when you use the word PlayStation exclusive, the word exclusive have been watered down so much. Like people be like, oh, it's a PlayStation exclusive, but it's on PlayStation and PC.
Yeah.
They're being very specific here. They're saying, will this game become now a PlayStation exclusives? There's an S, it's a plural, and they're saying they're saying no. Period. They are saying,
No.
tell you straight up.
PlayStation and PC. Even when Microsoft acquired Bethesda, ZeniMax, and they trying to acquire fucking Activision, they're still talking about they're going to be multi-plat. Starfield is still considered a multi-platform game. The next Elder Scrolls is still considered a multi-platform game.
No, because it's not going to PlayStation.
It's still a multi-platform game. That
What
was
if-
even the wording that they used.
But is an Xbox console exclusive? If you want to keep that marketing term.
Yeah, exactly. But did they say that PlayStation will not get any PlayStation console exclusive games? No, that wording was never used. Not only that, there was no wording ever used saying that these games will come to Xbox. People need to ask the right questions, and maybe you might get the right answers that you actually want.
Brother, all I'm saying, I'm reading this question here. Bungie has future games in development. Will they now become PlayStation exclusives? No. We want the worlds we create to extend to everywhere people play games. I don't know what else to tell you with that one. That's saying like, yo, whatever platform there is, that game is gonna go there. That's what that tells me.
Take the bet.
But who really? Has
I'm ready. I'm ready to make the bet, bro.
Who has the last say when it comes to this? It's not Bungie.
Yeah, listen. The thing is,
Sony's funding the game. It's not Bungie.
the thing is, I'm not against the speculation of there's going to be exclusive or whatnot, but I'm just reading off what I'm seeing here.
They gave you $3.6 billion to expand your company, to hire in new people, to build new IPs, and to expand the Destiny universe. Now, when it comes to the Destiny franchise, no doubt, I think that Destiny 3 will more than likely come to Xbox. But when it comes to new IPs, or hell, if Sony wants to lock down Destiny 3, they have every right to do that. Especially when they fucking fund and put in their own manpower and management behind these projects. They have every right to do that. So nothing is set in stone. At the end of the day, PlayStation gets the last word when it comes to this. This right here is to ease people's minds, man. Like, you know how these fucking fanboys are, dog. Like, these niggas is fucking hyperventilating, and Sony didn't acquire a fucking ZeniMax Bethesda. They didn't acquire an Activision Blizzard. They acquired one studio. Now imagine what it's going to be like when they actually do acquire a publisher.
I mean, they just did today. Bungie's a publisher. They publish their own game.
And they're the biggest independent company in the world. They are now underneath Sony. But imagine if Sony was to acquire Take-Two, which I believe they already have. Because keep in mind, that was the first publisher Microsoft went to. And they got shot down publicly. We had 30 million, right, Phil?
Yo, let me get IP Rez's thoughts. What's up, man? Welcome to the chat.
Appreciate it. Look, all I'm gonna say is, I think if Xbox make Call of Duty exclusive, I'm with sick. They gonna make this game exclusive. That's all I got to say about it. I really think it's a give and take thing. If you take Call of Duty from us, we're gonna take Destiny away from you.
But
Call of Duty is bigger than Destiny.
Because he brings up a good point. And y'all bring up a good point. Barry bring up a good point. They spent $3.6 billion. Now, if y'all think they spent $3.6 billion just to gain knowledge, right? Because that's what they said in their blog. They said, we wanted to gain the knowledge and the tools and all of this other shit, right? We didn't have to give you $3.6 billion to do that. We could have just brought you in and said, hey, I want you to sit down with our teams, you know what I'm saying? And we want to learn from you guys. They could have did that. Why would they spend $3.6 billion to do that? That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. But y'all right. I'm wrong.
I mean, it was the same thing. All right, we'll see. All right. Because the same thing was the same.
You want to make the bet?
Because the reason why this is a little hypocrite, this comes off as a little funny, is because when
It
I was
doesn't
saying
matter how it
when I
comes
was
off, and-
no, because when I was saying Call of Duty is gonna be exclusive to Xbox, y'all kept telling me about the financial they would lose and all this other shit. What we talking about here, man?
Well, let me tell you, I always said that Call of Duty wasn't going to be exclusive to Xbox, even before they came out and reiterated that it wasn't going to be exclusive, right? I've been telling y'all, it just doesn't look. All the PlayStation, Xbox shit aside, how much financial sense does that make to any of y'all? To
If
say,
you're trying to get people onto your platform,
it makes chunk of our revenue and pray to God that all of those people convert over to Xbox.
If you're trying to
so
get
they can
people to
Game
your
Pass.
platform, it makes plenty sense.
Does it?
Yeah.
Does it though?
Yeah, if you're trying to get people to your
How?
platform, because people
So what
because
you're-
because
so
Call
let
of
me
Duty
get
is a
this
system
correct.
seller.
So
They'll
let me
go
get-
where the
let me get
games
this
are.
correct. You gonna cut out all of this for sure money to get people to come play your game in a service?
Microsoft can afford to do that. Microsoft,
That-
yeah. We're
but
talking about
that-
somebody that's
that
putting
makes
games
sense to
into the
you.
service day and date. They're putting X
But-
amount, 100, 200, or however many $1 million into creating, Avowed and Starfield and all this other shit to put it in a fucking service. So why
that-
is Call of
that
Duty
makes sense
exempt
to
from?
y'all?
Why is Call of Duty exempt from that?
No, but I'm saying, but that does okay.
Why
Look at
is
it.
Call of Duty exempt from that, but Starfield and all these other games aren't?
What is Starfield?
Never mind what it is. It's a AAA
Hey, yo,
game.
That's the bet you need to take.
What the hell is Starfield?
Nobody knows,
What is
but it's a
Starfield in
AAA.
comparison to Call of Duty?
What I'm saying is they could afford to put something like that.
Y'all keep
into-
saying what Microsoft can afford. No company is gonna sit up here and take that type of fucking L, bro.
Okay.
They're not gonna do it.
Okay. I mean, obviously now
Listen,
we know
they
that.
bought
So
'em. Now Call of Duty is under the Microsoft branding, bro.
Mhm.
That's all that's all that's to it. Any revenue that's generated from other platforms, 70% or 80% or whatever they deal is, behind the scenes, that shit go to Microsoft. They add that to their stat report, bro.
Yeah,
So now,
Starfield isn't an established IP neither for them to remain.
you see what these you see what these acquisitions are doing to us? We
Listen,
got them like
so
rabid
now-
dogs
now-
in these goddamn
No,
chats, like rabid
listen,
dogs.
listen. So now instead of being that company that when we tell y'all about our game revenue at the at the beginning of the year, you know what I mean, or at the end of the fiscal year or whatnot, now we can add that $8 billion that Activision makes on a yearly fucking basis, and we could say we brought in 19 billion in revenue instead of 11. Now we're no longer behind fucking Nintendo when we're speaking of top publishers in the gaming industry. It's a little bit more deeper than than fanboyism, bruh. It's a little bit deeper than that, dog. And all of this
Yeah.
is different. Think about it. Think about being Microsoft with the ego Microsoft has. And
All right,
every time
I'll
they
be
speak
Microsoft.
of gaming, every time they speak of gaming, they're in last fucking place behind every fucking body.
Well, see, we just like spending money.
I mean, that's what y'all saying.
We
you
just,
know what
we
I mean?
just want to
Like, they
spend our
like
money
throwing
and just
money
buy
into
games. We
a
just want to buy the
endless pit.
publishers. We just want to buy the publishers, okay? Okay, we want the games in our console and our ecosystem so that we can. You got to come over here to Game Pass. Game Pass is the future. Okay, Mr.
Hey.
Sick Humor TV, Mr. No Cat
Listen
Podcast.
here,
I've been in your
gaming politician.
I've been in your show before, Mr. Sick. I have a bone to pick with you. Okay? Exclusivity is good. We have to
the
keep the
gaming
games.
politician hit puberty. He got a little bit.
We have
He got
to
a little
keep
bass
this,
in his voice.
we have to keep the games into the ecosystem of Xbox because Game Pass. Okay, Mr. Sick Humor TV. Okay, I have a bone to pick with you and Mr. Thrash. Okay. 'Cause I'm sick of the lies that you guys keep spreading about my favorite company, which is Microsoft. Okay.
I mean, it is what it is, man. Like I said, I guess when you okay, so this is what I've always had to do, right? I've always looked at these issues from one perspective, right? I looked at it as a fan of the platform that's going through whatever it's going through, right? When the MLB The Show shit happened, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? And even then, after the dust settled and I thought about it, I said, bro, I don't even believe this was something that was just done underneath Sony's fucking, I believe that they wholeheartedly push for this shit, where everybody thinks that Microsoft just made some exceptional moves, bro. I think they looked at the amount of games that they were selling on a yearly basis and said, yo, we need to make this move in a better fucking, we need to put this in a better position. And I think they went and did this shit because none of this came as a surprise to them. They weren't surprised. It wasn't, whoa, nigga, they had to know about it. They had to get development kits. You know what I'm saying? So while people sitting up here saying, oh man, Sony didn't even know this happened, I said, no, maybe they did.
I mean,
maybe they did know this happened and decided that they wanted to extend their reach because they've had MLB The Show under their thumb since it was called something else. It wasn't even called MLB The Show before. It was something else. And they're looking at their reports and they're like, yo, okay, so we see that we're maxing out or we're topping out. People ain't buying a PlayStation to fucking, play MLB. So let's go ahead and take the game to the other people, bruh. You think Nintendo and fucking Microsoft just went to the MLB and like, yo,
we want that baseball.
PlayStation, bro.
Yo, let me pose a question to the chat. This last question to the chat, or to the panel, and then we're gonna get up out of here. So my question to y'all is, yo, so a lot of what I was seeing today was people trying to equate this acquisition to PlayStation trying to bolster up this whole Spartacus and subscription service bullshit, like just how this is great for, like, it was a lot of service talk about subscription services and how this is great for that and all this other stuff. What's y'all take on how y'all feel about like this whole Spartacus thing and all that? Like do y'all think that this is really like Game Pass in disguise, or do y'all think it's something else?
No, I think exactly
that might be now.
No, I think even with like the Spartacus, I think exactly what it is. It's like the different tiers and whatnot, and then putting their older games, but also they sometimes do release day one games. Now shit like The Last of Us 3 and Spider-Man 3, that's not gonna release day one into the subscription service. But they did it with Destruction All-Star. Remember, it went into PS Plus day one. They did it with other games. So maybe for like multiplayer games, right? That's what the subscription could be used for. Instead of it being completely free to play, you need the subscription to play it or whatnot. Maybe that's what they're gonna use the subscription for like multiplayer games going day one, or certain multiplayer games and whatnot. But I don't think it's gonna be like what Microsoft's strategy was to put all of their first party day one.
My question is, why is everybody so sure that Spartacus is that, right? And why is everyone so quick to like they run to the service?
They want to feel justified that PlayStation is doing what Xbox is doing. That's all it really is.
Even though PlayStation started the gaming subscription service first.
Exactly. The thing is,
because I've been hearing the service talk all day. Like, instead of them talking about the Bungie acquisition, they talking about how this is good for subscription services, and I'm like, what?
Exactly.
How? Like, what?
Gamers is opening a very dangerous door. You don't know what's behind that door, and y'all want to open that joint. It could be no floors. It could be, just opening in a pit. The fact that I'm seeing people championing a service, so they champion the games as a service to go into a service. You're paying double the money. You know what I mean? You dudes are making no sense at all, yo. You know what I mean? It's making no sense. And I'm just like, yo, what the hell is going on with gamers where you would champion a service and a game as a service going in tandem with each other? Like, it don't make no sense. You know what I mean? Like, yo, what we doing? You're that cheap that you don't want to pay the upfront costs where you're thinking you're going to lay away these games for years upon years and not pay no more?
That's all I was seeing today and on Twitter and in some spaces. They keep talking about the services. It's like subscription services. And in my mind, I'm like, bro, why do y'all keep bringing this up when stuff is getting done? Like, this shit is crazy,
these
bro.
Dudes think gaming is like a buffet. It's not about playing the game to its entirety or enjoying it. It's just about let me try that. lettuce wrapped with bacon. I never had that before. Let me just try. It's in the buffet. Let me try it. That's what these motherfuckers want to do, bro. They just think it's a buffet. Every time when people talking about this champion the services, it's never about if they enjoy the game. It's never about they beat the game into its entirety. It's just, let me foot dip in here for a second and then let me see what it's about so I can talk about it in a Twitter space or on a podcast.
Yep.
That's all it is, man.
Yep.
That's
Yo,
all
I
it
love
is.
when people be like, I discovered a new game. I'm like, nigga,
Yeah, that's so dumb.
Exactly. It's just stupid.
All right,
Well, I was just saying, like, I don't. The whole Spartacus thing is like I'm just waiting on my games. I just buy them and just keep doing what doing with PS Plus and PS Now. If they want to update it to have backwards for PS1 and PS2 game, cool. But I don't even care about the whole consolidating both services, and I'd rather just wait for my game and buy them.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, same. All right, last question.
If it's consolidated and it works out cheaper, that's cool. Yo, if this Spartacus thing is true and it has like PS1, PS2, like PSP games, I'm gonna sign up for that shit guaranteed because that's catalog content that I have access to, which is cool.
Yeah.
Old school games, especially if they do the hard. Yeah, exactly, crazy. If they do the hard work and add trophies to it, I guarantee you have
it deserves your dollar.
purchase.
It deserves your
for
dollar,
sure.
100%. All right, last question, then we get it up out of here. How long you think it's going to be until we get that Square X PlayStation announcement?
We need that, and that's what I've been saying for.
Please.
Do you think do y'all think it's happening this year? Do you think we getting that Square has been a quiet announcement this year?
When you called me earlier today, when you called me earlier today, you was like, "Yo, Bari," and I'm like, "What happened?" I didn't see what's going on. Luca Herman hosts. No lie, my heart dropped because I was like, "Yo, don't tell me this is gonna be Square." When you said
How
Bungie,
iconic!
I was like,
No, can I say something? Because about the Sony potentially buying a publisher. Everybody throws out Square Enix because in a lot of people's mind, and the same thing with me, right? It makes sense, with the long history and relationship between Square and Sony. It makes sense if Sony was to go for a publisher that would be one of the premier ones that fits perfectly within the PlayStation portfolio, right? But Sekimu, are you there? Right? Because you remember how you were in your conspiracy about Mikey Barr going in Activision, right?
Yeah,
and stuff like that. I think another publisher that I've seen some people throwing around, but to me, I think it's a really great possibility that Sony is probably going to acquire them or in a position to acquire them. Is Capcom, and the only reason why I say that is because literally just last year, right? They literally hired the ex-CEO of Capcom, right? Kichiro Urata. He used to work at Capcom. He was the CEO at Capcom, right? Now he works with PlayStation as part of the Japan and Asia relations, right? Which means like getting third-party exclusives from that region over there, and also part of inorganic acquisitions as well, right? So, and then remember last year when Resident Evil 8 came out, there was a video, right, celebrating the release of Resident Evil 8, and it was nothing but PlayStation execs. It was Shuhei Yoshida, right, Mark Cerny. Y'all remember that?
I remember that. Yeah.
Right? So
I remember that.
They have literally the ex-CEO of Capcom, which has deep ties with Capcom, obviously, because he used to run the entire thing, right? And then you see him say those things. It was nothing but PlayStation execs congratulating Resident Evil 8, and they allowed them to use the motion capture technology for Resident Evil. So I think there might be something there, man. If I'm getting into my conspiracy like sick, and I'm putting all these things together, it seems to have a deep ties and relationship with Capcom themselves as well. I'm
gonna tell you this, Chris. Like maybe a couple of weeks ago, bruh, I had a very vivid dream that I still remember even to the day. And normally when I have dreams, when I wake up, they gone. You know what I mean? Like I had a dream that PlayStation acquired Capcom. Now, I wasn't really excited because I really would rather them acquire Square Enix, bro. That's who I want to see them really get. But my dreams are usually on point, bro. They are usually on point. So That may be another thing, man. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. I mean, at the end of the day,
yeah,
I would rather them pick up Square Enix, Level 5. You know what I'm saying? Some of the smaller developers.
Come on.
yeah.
Don't do that.
Well, I know they're gonna pick up a lot of developers, but don't. That's the only reason why I said that, because it's like, yo, you got people from Capcom now working on you that used to run Capcom. Like Kichiro Iwata was the CEO of Capcom. Now he's running the PlayStation.
No, here's another one that you forgot though, and you can look this up. The guy who was over Street Fighter now works for the company that makes that mobile game that PlayStation fucking has. I forgot what the name of that goddamn game is, bro.
Oh, you talking about
Yoshinoro Ono?
Oh no.
Maybe.
No, yeah, that's what
the fake
you talking about Yoshi Ono. Yeah, you talking about Ono.
Yeah.
You talking about Ono. That's what you talking about. Yeah. Because he no longer with Capcom. It's crazy too, because he was with Capcom for like 20 years. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
But all right, man. Yo, listen, let's get into these outros, man. Good conversations, good talks. Yo, Akira, man, give us your outro, bro. Appreciate you being here too.
Yeah, well, this is my first time joining the panel, and like, thanks for having me. And yeah, well, like my name is seen as my PSN, and I'm just playing these games, just waiting on Sifu and then Horizon, and then my game of the year, Gran Turismo 7. Can't wait, baby.
Facts. Appreciate you being here, man. Yo, Blue Mustang, give us your outro, bro.
Good conversation. Like how, you got people from different sides of it, engaging in civilized conversation.
Facts.
But, at the end of the day, as long as we getting games, that's something that matters, really.
Facts. At the end of the day, we got a big game dropping next week or this weekend, Sifu, and then Horizon a week and a half later. You feel me? And then 2 weeks later is GT7. Dying Light. Oh yeah, Dying Light. I'm playing that Friday, man. I'm actually excited to play that. So, for sure. Yo, Captain Thug Nasty, bro. Appreciate you being here, bro. Give us your outro. Right on.
I think Chris Righteous might have something there, because it was recently leaked out that Microsoft is working on a Monster Hunter-like game.
Yo. That is kind of funny. They all working on I remember I saw that rumor. Yeah, I saw that rumor. that is kind of funny. That is kind of funny that they working on a Monster Hunter type of game. Yeah, I'm like, what?
I just want to say that actually makes sense, because if you remember, Phil Spencer said he wants to make a game on the level that kind of like Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yep. So he brought up the same thing I was just about to bring up. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
So it makes sense for the rumor to exist, and I believe it.
Now, why would you make a Monster Hunter-like game when you could simply go to the people who make Monster Hunter to make a Monster Hunter game?
Maybe because they don't want to, but maybe because Capcom they said don't know.
Why isn't the rumor a Horizon-like game? But the rumor is a Monster Hunter-like game?
Right.
Listen.
Exactly. Because the next Monster Hunter game isn't coming to your console.
Yo, so, listen, next gen only Monster Hunter?
You want something, brother?
I wish.
What's that?
I said a next gen only Monster Hunter? Man.
And remember, Sony now owns Evo, so they're gonna want a fighting game.
Final Fantasy 6 is actually already, it's almost basically been confirmed to be a PlayStation exclusive. And that came out with the when they unveiled the latest character for Street Fighter V, and how it's going to be the last character for Street Fighter V, and also give you a window into what you can expect for Street Fighter VI, because the latest character that they released for Street Fighter V will be in Street Fighter VI.
Yeah, Luke. Yeah.
I always wanted to.
Hey, you telling us stuff we already know, Captain Thug Nasty. Give us your outro so we can move on, brother.
Oh yeah, man. Persona is my favorite person of all time, and Jabari is my second favorite person of all time, and Sick Humor is my brother, and Freddy's better than Steak and Shake. Fuck you, Chris Righteous.
Hey, Steak and Shake is better than that fucking Freddy shit. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, y'all can go to him.
Oh man. Yo, Chris Righteous, man. Give us your outro, bro. Shout out to Captain Thug Nasty too, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on. It was a crazy day, because this wasn't the PlayStation was just nothing but announcements, because this was obviously the biggest one.
Yep.
But then they announced the PlayStation Discord, right? Thing that's supposed to be happening soon, the PlayStation Discord integration. Then they announced a few other things too. So
State of play.
yeah, man.
Barry got a good. We got a good. What's on PlayStation
yeah.
this weekend,
yeah,
Barry? It's only Monday.
And the Gran Turismo state of play.
Yep.
Right, which Gran Turismo is a huge game. A lot of people are waiting on the game.
That's my game. Can't wait.
So
I love that news, Chris, because a lot of people that watch Whoops when we was talking about like the next state of play and whatnot, they were like, "No, Gran Turismo, they should do Horizon. Where's God of War?" All of a sudden, they out of there. They don't want to own up to their comment. Listen, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna screenshot all of the shit with that WhatsApp chat.
Yeah, saying that Gran Turismo, they don't deserve a state of. I'm like, bro, it's like
I said that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Omar said that. It's like it's their biggest racing IP. It's not. It's bigger than the last. One. It's bigger than.
It's their biggest. It's their biggest IP.
It's their biggest IP.
You know, the simple fact is some people think Forza is bigger than Gran Turismo. That's why some people make that comment. Not saying that that's why Ace made the comment. I'm just saying that's why some people think.
Yeah, all the people who are dumb think that.
No, like I'm not the biggest Gran Turismo fan like that per se, but I'll be
I'll
crazy.
be there
like,
day one.
It's not. They're not going to have like a state of play direct to that. That's wild.
So
30 minutes, dude.
That's a long ass state of play. 30 minutes for one game.
Can't wait.
If it's
Telling you,
10
Barry, can't
minutes
wait.
and that's something else, then go ahead.
All right.
No,
so
that means that they're gonna show. My bad, person. That means they're gonna show a lot of the game that we haven't seen before. So I expect this Gran Turismo to be like fucking huge. But go ahead, Persona. My bad.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yo, Omar, give a shout
Where you rushing to, Persona? Where you gotta eat or something?
Yeah, nigga, I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
It's a big news day. I gotta go.
I want to watch Law and Order.
down,
I want
let
to
the
eat
man do
dinner.
the outro.
I want to eat dinner and watch Law and Order, man. Leave me alone. Yo, Omar.
Law and Order.
Yeah, man. Omar, give a shout out, show, bro.
The next time I meet this dude, I'm kicking this. This dude say Law and Order.
Hell yeah, bro. That's my shit.
Gotta put it on your body too.
Type 1, I mean, great show. Yeah, a crazy move. I'm genuinely hoping for a Square Enix update. Other than that, yeah, people can find me at Caravan_Grab on Twitter and Game Player every Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard.
Yo, big week this week.
Yo, bro.
Yeah.
The all week, bro. I'm about to be on a podcast. What's the name all week? I got 2 podcasts this week.
I'm literally going to a different podcast now. Later, everyone.
Just one day. This is Monday, right?
Yeah, it's Monday.
Yeah, Monday, and already I got like 6 articles.
You got a good. You got a good. Saturday gonna be a good show.
Every acquisition that was announced last year from PlayStation, it was all different. Every single, and you can look it up. It was all different days of the week. Like it was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, right? And the only one that the only day that they didn't announce an acquisition was on a Monday.
That's crazy.
And it was funny. I was just talking about this in the group chat the other day, right? When somebody brought it up, and then all of a sudden Monday comes around and there's the Bungie.
They hit you with the Yo, Link, give us your outro, bro.
Yeah, man, it was a good show. Big day for people who love the acquisition talk and stuff like that. Me, it's not huge for me. I'm just really concerned about what I get to play. But yeah, it was a good show, man. Glad to come on here and share a little bit of my opinion, but mostly just listening to other people.
Is that a dig at me?
Yo, cut us off, Link.
Yo, listen.
No,
you gotta cut niggas off, bro. I cut Barry off all the time, bro.
Not letting me talk.
Hey, yo, facts.
No, not at all.
You be like that everywhere you go.
I was gonna say, Link, cut me off, bro.
If I don't have a whole lot to contribute, I'm just gonna listen. So
Yo, well, by the way, one more thing. Happy birthday to the greatest game ever made.
Yes, sir.
Fact,
yes, sir. You know what, Chris? I was expecting you to say that in the outro. I was like, yo, Chris did not say that? But yes, sir.
Yo, sick. Give us a outro, bro.
No, you didn't hear what Chris just said?
I said happy birthday to Final Fantasy VII. What you talking about?
Yo, all right. That's all I wanted to know.
Man, get up out of here, man. Go ahead, sick.
Well, what I would like to say is To all my PlayStation fans out there, man. Listen, man, there's more to come, man. There's more to come, guys.
Facts.
All right, guys.
Yep.
I think
I
they
want
got
you
two
guys
more
to
big
clear-
acquisitions under their belt.
Jim
Y'all
said
ain't
that. He
even
says there's
hear
more
what they
acquisition.
Y'all ain't even hear what they gonna come out with tomorrow, but just wait till tomorrow. Wait till tomorrow.
Oh
That's it.
man, I'm
God
excited.
damn it.
Shout out to Sick Humor TV, man. Mr. PlayStation, what's up? What it do? Yo, listen, man, Sick is a genius.
Yo,
man.
I love that song.
I love that song so much. Yo, Barry, man, bro, give us your outro. Other half of Whoops, bro. We got a big show this Saturday, man. And it's Monday.
Yo, speaking of that too, man. Yo, Chris, Sick, man, we gonna bless you up this month too,
Absolutely,
man.
absolutely.
We're not taking no for an answer either.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
just
yeah,
be
yeah,
prepared.
Be
For your
prepared.
DMs. Have them things open up.
Yep.
And we sliding in there like a
Yeah,
like
not
a
for
thirsty
real.
dude. You know what
Not
I mean?
for real, for real.
Nigga, shout
Yeah.
out.
You getting blessed. You getting blessed. You getting blessed this month, Sick. That's a fact. 100%.
Yeah,
I
you
appreciate
get
y'all
blessed.
brothers,
You
man.
getting blessed. Yeah.
You get blessed up. But nah, man, good show, Persona, man. Like I said, I'm a very animated dude, but I understand everybody's points of view. Don't get it twisted. Like I do. I listen to everybody, but I just gotta keep it real with myself, man. Like I just did this acquisition. It's a smart move, but for me, it's just it is what it is. But yeah, a lot of news to talk about. Persona, you already know the vibes, man.
sir.
If you're late on Saturday, you're getting kicked in the shin. That's two kicks in the shin.
Oh nah,
But
I'm gonna
also,
be there early for a fact.
Happy anniversary, 25th anniversary of the greatest game of all time, Final Fantasy VII.
Right.
And if you haven't played Final Fantasy VII Remake yet, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you as a gamer, but go ahead and go play.
If you
I bought the what's the name? I bought the Pixel remasters on Steam. I'm gonna start.
Is it free? Like, is this no? If you got it through PlayStation Plus, I think you can.
Nah, you can't do that.
You know we don't like it unless it's free.
Yeah, true. But yeah,
Tales of Arise is my game of the year.
Look forward to a lot more Final Fantasy projects. Look forward to Final Fantasy. You know what? Save it for another day. But yo, man, good show, Persona, man.
Yeah, shout out to Final Fantasy VII, man. A really amazing game, and happy birthday. 25 years, jeez. Yo, man, listen, for me, shout out to y'all, man. What's up, PlayStation Podcast? Make sure y'all subscribe to that YouTube channel. It's gonna be a good show this Saturday. Bro, it's only Monday. It's only Monday. We still got 4 more days. Crazy.
They don't need no introductions.
Facts.
Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Hey,
Facts. Yo, listen, 265 of y'all pulled up today.
Oh, yeah, they was
Thank
in.
you. Y'all was in here today, man.
Them Xbox pulled up today.
Oh,
boy.
yeah.
They was like, hold on.
What is PlayStation fan saying?
Yo, shout out to y'all pulling up, man. I'm definitely gonna post that up on Twitter later, man. Thanking y'all. And oh yeah, I'm gonna be on Crossfire this Friday with Mooch. Definitely check that out, man. Then What's Up PlayStation Podcast this Saturday, 11 a.m. episode 70 with me and Bari. That's gonna be good. And also, I'm updating the merch store this week as well. Persona's Corner Store. I got 2 pieces I know y'all gonna love.
Persona's Corner Store. Why couldn't it be Persona's Bodega? Nigga, that's what it is. It's a bodega. It's not a corner store.
Well, I didn't buy the web domain, so I might do that. I might do that. So, Persona Store, merch store, the Game Politician, and Respect My Time. Y'all gonna love these 2 pieces. I know y'all love, man. I know y'all gonna love.
Who made the Game Politician and Abby for you?
Oblivious 334. Amazing.
That's
Yeah, Oblivious.
Yo,
Oblivious
listen,
is that dude.
any type of art you need done, go to Oblivious. He works.
To him.
It's
Yeah, he on Twitter.
Oblivious 334. That's his Twitter. Oblivious 334. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He probably follow you too. He
probably do. Listen, man, he one of the best artists I've ever come across. He respond. He work hard. He do his thing, man. He'll even go above and beyond. Like he'll help you flesh out your vision even more. Or be like, yo, I had some, or like have like some other like mock-ups to see what you like. It's to say like, oh, you know what? I ain't even think of it like that. I do like that. Yo, listen, man. He a good dude, man. Yeah, he a good dude,
Yeah,
man.
he's a good dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I get all my artwork from him, and even our like Persona versus Bari What's Up PlayStation Podcast shirts, our new shirts. Oblivious, that was Oblivious that did that art for us.
Yep.
I actually want him to Bar, we gotta talk. I kind of want him to do Zach and Cloud in his type of art style. I ain't gonna lie, and see how he does it. We'll talk offline. We'll talk offline. But listen, guys, I appreciate y'all so much. I hope you enjoyed the show. Like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to all these great people here, man. Follow them on Twitter, and I'll see you guys next time. I might stream Dying Light this week too. I might stream Dying Light Friday. Dying Light comes out Friday. I might stream it.
My PlayStation is connected to my to Discord. That's like
I'm about to do that right now too. Yeah, I'm about to do that right now too. Actually. All right, guys. I appreciate y'all.
You gotta go to.
I appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe.
Discord.
I'm a PlayStation fan too. Oh, and let me read these super chats real quick because I don't want to forget. Andre Wilkins, appreciate you for the $5 super chat. He says, Persona, Xbox games go day and date and Game Pass on it because their games are only all factually trash and sell horrible. Not because Microsoft can afford not to lose money. Yo, shout out to Andre Wilkins. And then Strictly Gaming, $5 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. He says, Capcom makes more sense. I mentioned this before. They own Evo and home of fighting tournaments. Just makes too much sense in my opinion. Great day, fellas. Strick, I appreciate you. Thank you everyone for the super chats, man. Y'all have a great night, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. I appreciate y'all, man.